All right, we are live for our Pod Strickland special free agency live stream episode. I'm your host, Shwin Sam, and I'm joined by two co-hosts who you are probably familiar with. I'm joined by Sam. That is at FBL_Sam on Twitter. Sam, what's up?
Hi, I'm alive.
There you go. Sam is alive. And I'm also joined by Tyrese. That is at Con_Stanton on Twitter. No, that's at London Standard on Twitter. Tyrese, what's up?
Uh, good.
Yeah.
Looking forward to some slop.
Are you vacationing in Greece?
No, I wish. I was vacationing in Dallas. Not as fun.
We're gonna talk about free agency stuff and all that shit. So that's what we're here for. There are reports that the Knicks have mutual interest in Russell Westbrook. There's also a report that they have mutual interest, both from a Utah reporter, I forgot her name, Sarah Todd, and our very own Steve Popper of the Knicks beat for Newsday. They're both reporting mutual interest with Jordan Clarkson. I think she even went to go as far as saying that he was going to sign with the Knicks. So those are the two main kind of tidbits that we're getting. And I think Begley reported the interest in Russ, and then before that, there was something from Stein and Fisher in their newsletter. There's also been reporting that there's interest in Russ from Sacramento. I have to check, but they've been reported to have to maybe, I think it's like the way, they like fucking report shit in a way that there's no tampering, even though we know they're all tampering. So it's like heavily rumored to be signing that they could agree to a deal with fucking Dennis Schroeder for 2 years, $28 million. So I think that will happen. I mean, that seems like it's going to happen. But then they're also, I think they have the biannual exception still. So I think they can offer that to Russ. The Knicks, they could offer the taxpayer mid-level exception. I am very skeptical they would do that for Russ. I mean, I don't know why they would be interested in Russ anyway. I have a theory of why that's being reported. If he doesn't sign with the Knicks, maybe my theory will be true. But I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll just throw it over to you guys. What do you guys think about that? And also, Mike Brown apparently is interviewing. I don't know why this is a report, by the way, because I'm pretty sure this was reported yesterday that CP and Taylor Jenkins were going to have a second round of interviews this week from CP, the franchise, I believe. So
when Shams leaks, it's usually because they're basically
still
the Knicks are basically saying
running rings around Shams.
Are you back, Shwin? Are you back?
Yeah, I am back.
Okay, good.
I think I died for a little bit.
Yeah, you were underwater. You were saying about the Mike Brown
happens.
Thing? Oh man, we're off to a rousing start, folks.
Yes.
Shwin, are you back?
I don't know. I think I said everything I needed to say. So, I don't know. I don't think there was much to say about it.
Tyrese, do you want to go first, or I don't know where Tyrese went. Okay. I think Mike Brown's a fine option for coach. In terms of the Westbrook stuff, you can look up my tweets to see how I feel about Westbrook joining the Knicks. Going back years now, I am not a fan of it. I will never be a fan of it, especially while we have one Josh Hart here. So yeah, there's that. I think Clarkson is meh, especially for the vet men. You're not really gonna be expecting too much of him, I don't think. Just hit some threes and be competent as a basketball player. But yeah, no, I definitely would be opposed to one Russell Westbrook coming to New York.
I would legitimately feel grossed out if Russell
I
Westbrook.
would feel betrayed. I would feel betrayed by the Knicks.
I feel like Leon Rose might have legitimately like gotten his way into the shit list with me. If it's Russell Westbrook, man, then come on, bro. Russell Westbrook and Josh Hart in the same team, like there's only so much CTE one man can take. And I just would not be a fan of that much CTE, especially then when I have to go watch the Giants play afterward. Like, can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, no. I wonder what is the thought process of this team going into wanting a Russell Westbrook. Especially with Josh Hart here, they're kind of like very similar styles, but one you're getting a lot less in terms of overall value, I think.
I have a theory. The Westbrook theory. So this is what John Larry asked what my theory is. My theory is that Russ and the other guy that the Knicks earlier got connected to today was Nick Richards, which I don't know. That one especially like really sounded like total bullshit to me. Because they threw in the Lakers too, and they called us a center needy team, and I was like, we're a center needy team. That's a surprise to me. But they were so like both of those guys are represented by XL Sports. Jeff Schwartz specifically. Mikal Bridges is represented by XL Sports, and he obviously has not signed his contract, or maybe I don't know what they're doing with it, but has not signed an extension yet with the Knicks. I think they would probably like to sign him to an extension. I also imagine that they would like to maybe get some money off of the full amount they would pay in. Maybe there's some negotiating going on in terms of what the structure would be and all those type of things. So I don't know, if you're doing a little quid pro quo, doesn't hurt to do a solid to some clients of the agency that you're negotiating with that aren't Mikal Bridges. By the way, Jason Kidd, who's also looking for extension, is also somebody who has obviously been linked to the Knicks throughout this offseason, even now when it seems obvious that like that's not going to happen. So I don't know. I think there's potential for that to be more of a thing. The Russ thing just doesn't make sense to me for a few reasons, and the main one is simply that they've clearly had opportunities to sign him or trade for him or acquire him in the last 4, 5, 6 years, and at times where they had a larger perceived need at the point guard position. Like we're not just talking about like, oh man, we need somebody who can run the offense when Brunson's off the floor, or like somebody who can play with Brunson or something like that. Like we're talking about going into the first season, we're like, Elfrid Payton is our point guard. That sounds terrible. It just doesn't track to me. If it happens, okay. I mean, it would be it would just be very surprising to me because
it would be betrayal. Say it, Shwin. It would be betrayal.
It just doesn't make sense. Like they haven't signed a guard like that at all. Like the only guard they've kind of acquired who can't shoot or didn't have a good shooting profile at all is Kolek, and that's more like Kolek sucks at shooting off the dribble. His catch and shoot numbers in college were good. He was a good free throw shooter, and on top of that, he's like an extremely high assist to turnover ratio player, which is something that they've consistently valued at the guard position. Like Russ is inefficient, can't shoot, shoots too much, is a bad defender, and is a wildly like turnover prone player. He just doesn't profile to me like a guy that makes any sense with what they do. So yeah, if they did sign him, it'd be I'd be pissed because I don't think they need him. I don't think any team actually needs Russell Westbrook in 2025, unless you're just trying to like lose games and like sell some tickets while you're doing it.
Yeah, no. I mean, any team that's serious about contending in 2025 should not be signing Russell Westbrook to be a main contributor to your team's potential playoff rotation. I mean, the Nuggets were almost able to make a Western Conference Finals with him in their rotation. Granted, they have Jokic, who seems to be making a lot of players that shouldn't be looking good look good. So
And we got Big Purr, same shit when you really think about it.
sure, if that's what
Big
gonna
Purr
help.
had campaign out here with a fucking +7 net rating swing. Okay, I'm playing. Like, no, Russell Westbrook.
Campaign had the benefit of streaky pull-up shooting. Westbrook has the benefit of
Random triple doubles.
The other thing is,
shout out
like,
to Russ though. He made me money last year, so I will not slander him too hard. So
get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
hey.
Shout out to Russ. He made me money, guys. Paying for your high class lifestyle.
That is not me advocating for him to be here. I just said I'm not gonna slander him as much as I would have in the past.
We got Malik Beasley's handler over here.
He also made me a good amount of money over the years.
Everybody who makes you money ends up
worse
off.
Yeah,
Jonte Porter.
Yeah, I love that guy. Always made me money.
Jonte Porter, I did not bet on him. I'm not a sicko.
No, the other thing about the wrestling that I just don't like. I don't think, like, we talked about this a bunch after the season, but like we saw the Knicks were like they were not together consistently in the way. Whoa, Drew, what the hell's going on? What's going on here with the? Yeah,
terrible, right? I know. We don't need to get into it. It's free agency time.
Did someone cut your hair with shears?
Yeah. You look very college professory though. Grad student, maybe even like a grad student instructor.
So I recently got a haircut because like the mullet was really getting long in the back, right? So I had to like clean it up a bit, and then I had this idea of like I need to reset my facial hair, and then I did it, and I'm like, ew, I look fucking disgusting. So now I gotta wait until the end of the week to like reset, and I'm like, God damn it!
I thought you were Zach for a second. I got really confused.
Yeah, you're telling me. So yeah. Hi everyone.
What's up? This is Drew. Scooter Shoots is with us. No, the other thing with Russ is like if Jordan Clarkson sucks, right? Let's say they sign Jordan Clarkson and he sucks. You can bench him, you can reduce his role, you can waive him, you can trade him, whatever. It's not going to be a big deal. Like, like of course you'll have like various guys that like find a way to make anything that the Knicks do a big deal. They'll make it into a big deal, but it's actually not a big deal. If you bring in Russ, like he will always command attention and has a stature because he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's a former MVP. God knows how many All-Star and All-NBA selections he has. He's just a huge personality. And every fucking team he goes to, he plays too many minutes because the coach inevitably falls in love with him or whatever. And then by the end of the year, everybody in the team fucking hates him and wants him gone. And it's like, this is just what happens now all the time with this guy. There is no reason to bring him in. The upside doesn't outweigh the known downside risk at this point, which is that he's inefficient, he's not a good defender, and wildly turnover prone. Like, yes, is there some benefit he can provide you in like juicing your transition offense and, being another playmaker? Sure, but I don't think that outweighs any of the other stuff. And all of his value is tied to what he does with the ball in his hands. Because he's not an off-ball threat, right? As a shooter, as a cutter, he's an off-ball threat, I guess. But like, we don't have Nikola Jokic, man. It's a lot harder to utilize his cutting when you don't have Nikola Jokic. And for all those reasons, I'm just like totally. I just would not understand the signing. I'd be thoroughly against it. It would be like a true, complete blunder and disaster, in my opinion. Jordan Clarkson, I think there's stuff that like, yeah, look, he's not a great shooter. He's not. His true point percentage the last couple of years has totally fallen off. Some of his impact metrics have fallen off significantly too. Like I think DJ Ace over at KFS posted one of his Darko stuff where he's fallen off a cliff. I take that a little bit with a grain of salt. Like I think Jordan Clarkson gives you the stuff that you like with Russ. If you are a Russ person, is like, oh, he can drive, he can get into the paint. Like Clarkson gives you that. Clarkson, I think he averaged something like 11.5 drives per game last year. He passes out on drives a little less than Brunson does. I think that team in Utah, we know, has been completely unserious for the last 3 years. I think at some point in the 2023-24 season, it became apparent that they had no interest in competing or doing anything seriously. It's not a surprise to me that a player like Clarkson probably lost interest and was not necessarily trying very hard or making the best decisions. We saw him have a very interesting decision-making game at the Garden this year, where Mike Breen was totally flabbergasted by his decision-making. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, maybe I've just always, like, the last couple of years, I've just kind of thought, like, Clarkson gives you a type of scoring variance that this team doesn't have, a little bit of a guy who can, like, come in off the bench and fill it up in, like, 5-6 minutes, and they didn't have that last year. Like, and you know, I don't want to reduce, like, are you a good bench player to can you score points off the bench? Because I don't think that's true. Like, I think the impact stuff for bench players matters too. But there are going to be nights where Brunson doesn't have it, or Cat doesn't have it, or whatever. And
Or Mikal won't have it.
yeah, we saw that. Like, OG won't have it, whatever, because Suni Lee's not there. Whatever the fuck it is. Like, but like you need to. Like, you need somebody who can just randomly give you that 15 points off the bench or something. And I think Clarkson gives you that without
J.R. Smith types.
Yeah, and I think he gives you that without the downside stuff that comes with a Russell Westbrook. And while he's
there's no Jordan Clarkson stands that will be poisoning the fan base and be belligerently idiotic on the internet with us.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think that's like the worst part of having Russ on your team is like his 1 million plus fans that invade your fan base.
It's not fun, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I don't know. The Russ thing would just not be. That would frustrate me quite a lot. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
So speaking of players we don't like. Are there players that we do like that we would want on this Knicks team? Because I've noticed there's a bunch of players that have been getting waived lately, guys getting buyouts. There's a lot of names on like the trade market and whatnot. So
LeBron James.
Okay, we'll get to the LeBron thing, but like let's do realistic guys first. Like,
yes, yeah,
top end of the market guys. I mean, the one for me is Horford. Like, I've been saying that for a while. Like, he's clearly the guy that if you can get him, I think you should be trying to get him. Like, I just believe that. Like, I think the opportunity you have there in terms of like, there's a versatility he provides in terms of his ability to play next to Cat, and I think Mitch. Maybe that's less frequent, given some of Horford's limitations now physically. But him next to Cat, you can play them together. You're 5 out. You're 5 out, and you're double big. Like, I think, and Horford is a guy, I think even in his older, senior years here in the league.
Hopefully his plug doesn't give up on him in New York.
Yeah, hopefully not. It's a short trip from Boston to New York.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy to get up here.
Yeah, it's fine. But like, he's a guy that, he can switch out onto the perimeter defensively. And the Knicks, I think, if they keep this front court together that they have, I think they have a good chance to keep his minutes down in a way that Boston could not last year, given all the issues they had with Porzingis and the fact that, Neemias Queta is just not an actual like basketball player that matters. So, like, I think that would be the one for me. Aside from that, I don't know, like Gary Trent Jr. maybe. It's like that's one.
Me.
I do like Johnny Juzang as a flyer, but like that's a flyer. That's not a guy I'm like, oh man, if we get him, what a fucking game changer this could be.
No, I mean, a young wing that can shoot like 38% from three. So like, yeah. I know the Magic waived somebody that
Caleb Houston.
Yeah, another wing that can shoot from
I can't believe
Schwinn's
Tyrese hasn't
alma mater.
mentioned this one person who's available. Luke Kennard, baby.
Oh, I mean, like that's a given. I love me some Luke. I love me some Luke Kennard.
You gotta get him on this team. We need a white shooter, like lights out.
Whoa!
White shooter.
Whoa! In this current climate, man, come on.
Specifically in this climate, we need a white shooter.
You think he'll thrive?
I mean, I think
off the state of this country,
if they bullied him a little bit, he'd shoot more. That's the best way to put it. Like he only shoots like 8 threes per 100. He needs to get up to like 10, 11. And I
He's
think
been on the Dante DiVincenzo shot diet from
yeah.
No, that's
like,
no. Like he could make those shots though, right? That's kind of
Yes.
that's why I kind of like want him. Like he could shoot. I don't know if because we have the taxpayer mid level.
yeah. So that's
Yeah.
like
Exception.
5.6 million.
Yeah, so like
Well,
I don't know if you can actually get him, but like if you can actually get him for that, like he's someone I just want off the
If
bench
they're-
and you just kick it out and just let him cook.
If they're signing Clarkson to a minimum or Russ to a minimum, hopefully not. But if they're going to give those guys a minimum, then they're basically telling us they're not going to use the taxpayer mid level.
Yeah.
That's what that tells
That
me.
makes sense.
Like, because then you're because I don't know what I think Russ's minimum might be like it's like what probably like 3.5.
They all count the same against the cap.
Do they? I thought that even
Yes.
the higher. Okay.
No,
then it
they all
doesn't
count the same. It's all prorated.
Okay, so fuck all that then. They just get paid more. Is that what it is?
Yeah, basically the league pays out like the difference.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Look at okay. So I see
Oh,
Leon wants.
They must have
Leon-
they must have redone that. So shout out to McConnell for getting that done.
not
McCollum,
McConnell.
you mean?
McCollum.
Who McCollum
We
same
will,
difference.
we will not give CJ McCollum any praise. Okay.
Drew
Or
just wants
TJ McConnell.
Drew just wants to give like white shooters a lot of praise on this.
That's it. That's all I need right now.
So we're gonna do the Lee Harvey Oswald section. pretty soon.
I can't wait. We're gonna name
John-
our top five white shooters. The lead.
John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah, he was a bucket. He was a bucket.
Yeah, John Wilkes Booth was a bucket man.
Bucket hat. Aimed at the bucket hat.
Got him.
Mark
Got it.
Chapman.
At Akiva_11 asks, or that says they should go after Trey Mann. What do you guys? I don't know. They were interested in Trey Mann, I believe, in the draft when he was entering. I don't know where their viewpoint on him stays. It's a little bit concerning to me. He only played 13 games last year, missed most of it with a herniated disc. I have no idea what his situation looks like there, but he's an interesting player. I wouldn't mind taking a shot on him. Like I think, if you're
buy low flyer.
if you are basically kind of like telegraphing that you need more creation on the perimeter, Trey Mann's an interesting guy to go after, I think.
I mean,
No, for sure.
I think he's
I'm
fine,
intrigued by him.
I think he's fine. Like he would be my first choice, but I think he's fine. Like if you kind of wanted like an upside play, I think Trey Mann is where you would probably go.
I have an
Definitely a
upside
cheaper
play for you.
option than Clarkson and Russ for sure.
I think
I'm
Clarkson's still better than Trey Mann.
You think Clarkson's better than Trey Mann? I think that's
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, that might be true. Yeah. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I don't think they probably won't do this, but a guy like Jared Butler is still somebody I would take a flyer on. I think he's interesting now that he's actually fucking. His heart is apparently good to go now. He can play NBA basketball. So.
His heart's in it.
Yeah, that was. I mean, his thing was crazy because it happened like right before the draft, right? When he came in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had a decent year last year. He bounced between Washington and Philly. He shot 35.5% from three, 44.8 from the field. He put up 9 points, 3.7 assists in 17.4 minutes per game. I don't know. He's okay. I mean, it doesn't seem like the Knicks are very in on a player like him, but he'd be somebody I'd look at.
Another guy,
I do like that we're basically picking from like the
scrap heap. That's
Right,
what that's what it's come to, thanks to CJ McCollum.
It's really crazy because it's like, oh, Lonnie Walker's available.
It's also
Right?
why
You know what I mean?
I'm
It's just kind of funny.
I don't really know if anybody. I don't think anybody actually knows what the Knicks are going to do. Is my main thing. Like a lot of the report, and reporting is hard because you're going to hear stuff from different people and whatever. But it just feels like there's not a lot of actual intel on what the Knicks are doing. Like even the coaching search has been reported in the weirdest ways, where it's like the only guy who seems to be getting the intel in any in something close to real time seems to be CP, whereas like Shams is reporting this Mike Brown shit an entire full
like 2 days later.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what? It just doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. We'll see. Like, and their approach to the draft was
Interesting.
yeah, it was odd. Like there was some smoke that they might trade up, but then maybe the trade up costs, because like we saw what Phoenix did to get Rasheer Fleming and stuff like that. Maybe that got too high. I don't know. But then they actually did it they did a trade down just because Brock Aller's like a crack addict and had no purpose other than that so he could do a draft day trade. They drafted a kid, Mohamed Diawara from France, who's probably not going to come over this year. And if he does, very likely would be.
He will probably never suit up for the Knicks ever in his career. Probably.
It's very likely he never plays for the Knicks. And even if he does come over this year, it would be like, okay,
on a two-way.
Yeah, you're a two-way guy, and you're going to spend the entire year in Westchester. So, and then there's the James Najee thing, right? Where it's like, it seems like maybe they're going to sign James Najee to a minimum because his minimum would count like $1 million less than anybody else. It's like a $1.3 million hit on his minimum. So you're saving $1 million there. Yeah. So I don't know. And I will just bring this up because this was my thoughts on this. Akiva also says they went back and are looking for another backup guard. Doesn't seem like Kolek or Dadio will get a lot of time next season. I mean, that's definitely how it seems. But
yeah, that's why when I see all the posts, everyone's like, "Man, we gotta like prioritize like Kolek and Pacome next year." I'm just like, "Are you guys like, this is like championship aspiration seasons, right?"
It's also like you can't not want depth. Like there's still a lot of
can't have it both ways.
There's just a lot of Thibs. There's a lot of Thibs PTSD going on where it's like,
yes,
well, no, if we sign this guy, then Kolek will never play, and if we sign this guy, Deuce will never play, and if we sign this guy, Dadio will never play, and if we sign this guy, Hawkporty will never play. And it's like what we should not care about that because any good coach, a good coach, a normal coach, and Thibs was a good coach, but he's not a normal coach. He's a very abnormal coach. But a normal coach would like use the 82 game regular season to try different things. So it's like, yeah, do I think that Kolek and Clarkson could play a bunch of minutes together? No. But a good coach would look at this team and be like, okay, let's just see what it looks like with Clarkson in this lineup.
Let's just try something.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Let's see what happens here with Kolek. Let's try different things. And so I hear, like, I get this concern, but I also think this is a little bit of like
it's getting too overblown right now.
It's
before
also,
like any coach is even hired, before anyone's even signed.
Yeah, you just need to let it play out a bit more, I think. And
people just need to relax. People are letting the offseason turn them into psychopaths.
No, what do you mean, man? You need to have the entire offseason figured out
on day one.
By July 1st. I can't believe the Knicks are doing a coaching search. What kind of plan is that to,
I can't believe they're hiring candidates and carefully sifting through all the candidates, seeing
why don't you have a coach immediately?
Team.
You should have a coach in the pipeline as soon as you fire your coach. How could you fire Tom Thibodeau? Sorry, let me take this one. Is Mike Brown an upgrade over Thibs? Yes. Okay. I don't think people realize how bad Thibs was last year. Because Tom Thibodeau was committing acts against the nation when he was coaching the team last year. And I also think in general, I think we kind of overrate the Thibs era, where it's like the front office did a lot of the heavy lifting for Thibs. I feel confident in saying that. You look at 2021, they were 500. They make the Rose trade. They go on like an extended run. They catapult their way to the 4th seed. 21-22. The team is in the pits. They start like Thibs is out here like blowing 20-point leads. I think they had 5 20-point blown leads. They only started to win realistically for a significant stretch when they started to play the young players on the team, which he refused to do and relented until they literally shut Julius Randle down. 22-23, again, they're like hovering around 500. The front office basically makes him play Grimes, bench Fournier and Rose. IQ gets more minutes. They trade for Hart. They again go to the 5th seed. They win 47 games. Last season, they were 500 on January 1st. And then the OG trade happens. They go on this massive January stretch. Precious Achiuwa starts. They lose. Like, they have like a losing February. Thibs finally changes the lineup again to play Deuce with Dante and Brunson. They go on another winning streak. OG comes back. They basically end the season strong. They win 50 games. Last season, the Knicks are one of the best teams in the league. until January 1st, and then from January 1st until the end of the regular season, they went 27-21. I like the idea that Tom Thibodeau is this irreplaceable player. This irreplaceable coach that you can't. That he somehow, by the grace of God, made the Knicks roster work, instead of the fact that like the Knicks roster was insanely talented and carried him multiple years. It's just something that I don't think people understand, and I don't think people who argue against that are rooted in reality. So.
Just worth mentioning, CP is saying that Mike Brown is gaining steam. Stay tuned. So, it might be Mike Brown season. Yeah, like I think the Thibs thing is like, look, he did a good job. He fucked up some shit, like most coaches fuck up their shit, and he had 5 years on the job, and they fired him. Like, I don't know that it needs to be much more. Like, I don't know. Within the 5 years, like, I don't think he was horrifically bad, but I think that I saw enough where I was like, I don't think this guy's ever going to get us to the promised land. Now they could hire a coach who was good, and also ultimately we come to the same conclusion where we're like, yeah, this guy's not getting us to the promised land too. That's possible. They could hire a fucking idiot. That's also possible. Like, a lot of things are possible here. But my reservations with Mike Brown are mostly down to how you fill out his coaching staff, because I think that he's receptive to the ideas of his assistants. He worked really well with Yordi Fernandez, who is now the head coach of the Nets. He was like his offensive coordinator basically with the Kings. Their offense set the record for offensive rating in 2023-24, or 2022-23, I should say. And then they had a very good offense again the following year, not as good, not historically good. Got a lot out of what I would say are definitely less talented rosters than the Knicks have fielded over the last few years. They won 40.
Wasn't there like a Cavs team that like was really like supposed to be like really, really bad, but like he kind of like kept.
I mean, they won like 50 games pretty consistently over there. He won like 63 the year that they lost to Dwight and the Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals. They won 60 again the following year. They won 66, I think, that year when they lost to Boston in the second round. He has a higher win percentage actually in the regular season than Thibs. He's been to more conference finals, I believe, than Thibs. He's been to an NBA finals as a head coach. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Mike Brown is like fucking Popovich or something, but his resume it's solid. Like, and he's coached now, like Thibs. He has experience of coaching through different eras now of this league. He's had to adjust. He's had to adapt. So I think there's stuff there that's good, but I do think that he needs a strong assistant coaching staff around him, and we'll see if they're able to assemble that. Some of the stuff that we saw, some of the links that we were seeing with like Borrego and fucking Mikanori, and I'm wondering if some of those things are more geared towards potentially rounding out his staff or something. But Mike Brown, I would never characterize him as being like when the fucking Knicks fired Thibs, or before the Knicks even fired Thibs. I would be lying to you if I was like, oh yeah, Mike Brown, my top choice. But I think it would have been okay to go with that. All right, free agency has started, by the way. We're 3 minutes.
The year I was referencing, Shwin, by the way, was the 13-14 season where the Cavs' two best players were Kyrie Irving and Dion Waiters, and they were 33 and 49. So he was able 33 wins out of that team. I mean,
and they were the number one. They finished with the worst, or one of the worst records in basketball the previous year.
Yes, they had the number one pick that year. Before.
We have no deals announced yet.
I think they're gonna do the thing every year now where they're like scared of tampering charges, so they're just gonna like wait like 15 to 20 minutes before they like start announcing shit. So that's very fun for people like us who, are just gonna be here for 2+ hours to just talk about this stuff. Don't we love the new CBA and the new NBA? Don't we love it, guys?
It's great.
Shout out to CJ McCollum. Great
He's
guy.
the best.
Great guy. Rot in hell in Washington, you bastard.
Oh, they're just collecting. Washington's collecting all the Wash players now.
Good.
Oh.
We're gonna get that pick.
I hope they trick themselves into thinking they make a playoff run. And then they just fall short and get like the 10th pick or whatever it is.
Josh Hart tweeted, "It's 6:01 and I ain't seen one deal. What happened to the game I love?"
Be careful what you wish for, Josh. Be
Brother,
careful
you're
what
gonna
you
end-
wish for.
You're gonna end up in Dallas, dude. Chill out.
All right, so this is from Haynes. Sources: Sacramento Kings have arranged meetings via Zoom to talk with Dennis Schroeder and Russell Westbrook. Kings looking to acquire both, but have other point guard options to speak with.
Ooh, they're trying to redo that Lakers,
Lakers
point guard
roster.
room. That Lakers point guard room.
Yep.
I like this. I like that move for the Kings. I think the Kings should do that, and they should interview them in person, not via Zoom.
Capital letters breaking from Mike Escato. The Utah Jazz are guaranteeing Svi Mikhailov's contract. Why the hell is this getting Capital News break?
Can we please get some breaking etiquette? Like, come on now.
Why?
Man.
Man. The game is gone, man. The game is gone.
We used to have decorum when we broke news, man. I saw a breaking for a fucking Jabari Smith Jr. extension. That's when I realized
All caps. He got paid. Like, get out of my face, man.
like nobody cared about Jabari Jr.'s contract except for Jabari Jr. and his mother. Like, yeah.
Bro, Woj had not Woj. Shams had a graphic up for Colin Gillespie getting a contract. Like, who cares,
What?
dog? Who cares?
Oh
But-
my
Crazy stuff.
game's gone.
Just so you guys know, Mikey Cooks DM me to let me know that he's watching us on his smart fridge.
Smart. Wow. All right.
Shout out to
Money.
Mikey watching on the fridge.
Yo, Mikey, you gotta show the new cut when you get a chance, brother.
My man watched us on the TV on the fridge.
That's hard though. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's hard.
Does Mikey at least have another TV or something? Like, is he okay? Like, I hope he's not watching everything on his
He's probably
refrigerator.
cooking. He's probably cooking, bro.
I'm just saying, I just want to make sure that he's not sitting there being like, oh, I gotta watch the new season of I can't even think of a TV show right now. You know what I mean?
Love
and he
Island?
like locks in like on the fridge.
Love Island, bro.
Yeah, like is he watching Love Island on the fridge TV? Because like
to me, it just sounds like you're jealous that he's got a smart.
I am jealous he has a smart fridge. That'd be fucking sick. I don't have one of those.
I can't. Okay, so the Houston Rockets are re-signing Jeff Green and Aaron Holiday to 1-year deals at the veterans minimum. Let's go, Kelly Iko first on it.
This is trash.
Bro, free agency is so washed. Oh my god. Yo, CJ McCollum needs to do so many things that I cannot say
But
right now.
but isn't this more on fucking Silver? Because he's like, we're gonna crack down on tampering. It's like nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares.
That
about
too.
Silver.
But I'm tired of
Yeah, no,
slandering Adam Silver. I need to slander CJ
No, he
McCollum.
deserves all the slander. He's truly like the worst. He's terrible. He's somehow worse than David Stern.
Chris Haynes says the Suns and Clippers are options for Chris Paul.
Wow, Chris Paul just going full circle in his career, huh?
Who do you think?
Going
who,
the
do you think
sickle, right?
who do you think he wants to get back with?
Probably the Clippers because he wants to stay at home and
Yeah.
be with his child. Who's
I
about
just
to be a college basketball player soon.
I
What the
just
hell?
can't imagine him
on?
being like, you know what, Matt Ishbia? Yeah, let me go there. This guy knows what's fucking going on.
I think Chris Paul is just like me when you're just trying to spin the block. You know, like a couple months go by, you're like, you know what? Damn, it's kind of mid out here. Let me see. Let me
You
see
up?
what somebody do it.
You up?
You up? What you doing? What you doing?
Oh, that's crazy. I was just thinking about you.
You go on TikTok, you look at their profile, you look away, just so they know that you saw it.
Ian
Like,
Begley says, I think Detroit, as others have said, will be in solid position on both Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson in free agency.
why the fuck
Let
is
him.
Ian Bagley trying to break news that isn't Knicks related?
Let him.
Also, no, why? Detroit is
Let them.
they're
Let them.
I don't get
Look,
the-
man.
if you like Jaden Ivey, I mean, I just like he's a number 5 overall pick. Should probably just let him play. And like you still have Sasser, right, as a depth guy. You can sign some fucking minimum guy. I don't
Shwin,
know.
let them.
Let them. I don't see what the problem is.
It's very hilarious that the Malik Beasley thing has that definitely completely fucked them.
It threw a wrench in all of their plans because they're like pivoting like hell now. At first they wanted to get Dennis back. Dennis is going to Sacramento. Or at least their fans wanted Dennis back. I don't know if they wanted Dennis back. And then Malik Beasley gets, in trouble or he's getting investigated at least. And then now there you have to pivot to Karis LeVert, who everyone knows is such a joy to watch.
I can't wait.
And
wait
Duncan
till they sign both
Robinson.
guys.
The
He's
Kings
someone
are
also
the Kings are also planning on meeting with Malcolm Brogdon per sources.
Just the point guard room of boof.
I'm loving all of these moves for these teams.
The Kings are so sad. Like all of that with DeRozan and Zach LaVine and Sabonis.
We not shooting nothing.
That's a nasty ass.
We throwing up mini pull-ups.
You know, it's kind of crazy to think for the Kings. They had Mike Brown, and they were a good team, right? They were a good team on the rise, playing well, respectable.
And it all went to shit in like a year.
Then they just
but they didn't do
then
anything.
They just blew up.
Well, that's because they didn't make a move for like 2 years.
It was just kind of.
They just expected internal growth from their guys. That's it.
It's just kind of crazy to think about, right? The idea that like Mike Brown comes in, basically fixes the Kings, right? He really did. He fixed them, and then they're like, "Nah, we don't like this," right? Like that's what they did, and they just bailed on it. And I think that's that's insane to think about.
Monty McNair has Leon Rose's Executive of the Year award sitting in his fucking room for whatever reason. Like, he didn't do anything for 2 years, and then he decided, you know what? I really want DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
He traded away Harrison Barnes, who's better than DeMar DeRozan, and then they traded away Fox for Levine's contract. So, like, you have Fox, like, you have Levine, DeRozan, Sabonis, and there are people going like, oh, Mike Brown couldn't coach that. And it's like, dude, what do you want him to do? Look at that roster.
I don't think Mike Brown wanted to coach that. Didn't he resign? Wasn't he just like
he got fired, but like
he didn't get fired. He was like, fire me. That's what he did.
I wouldn't blame him at that point. And then like the GM got fired 3 months later, because I think everybody kind of knew, oh, this kind of stinks. Like, you put together a mid roster. You spent the 4th pick of Keegan Murray, and he regressed. Like, there was just absolutely no desire from Monty McNair to do anything. And then Mike Brown basically got them to 48 and 46 wins. And somehow, some way, people are like, well, I don't know if Mike Brown's a good enough coach. And it's like, he was not the problem there. Unless you're just really, really big fan of Keon Ellis.
I mean, I don't
think Mike Brown's been the problem anywhere, actually. They
had a lot of the similar issues that we had. They had a lot of similar issues with Brown that we had with Thibs, in terms of like, he was stuck with his lineup. He didn't, he wouldn't, change that a lot. Kind of had a set rotation a lot of times. The one thing I will give him that I think is 100% true, that is not about Thibs, he was way more tactically flexible. Sometimes to his detriment, but like, he would throw out his own. He would start, like, he played Trey Lyles at the 5 for like big minutes in the Warriors series that actually helped them win a couple games. Like, he will try shit, and I think that is a difference between him and Thibs. But yeah, I mean, again, like, I think you have to see how it all plays out in terms of filling out the staff. Like, I don't really, again, my issue will never be moving off of Thibs, because I think that Thibs was whatever at this point. We knew
terrorist.
We knew what he was. We knew the strengths. We knew the weaknesses. We knew what the floor was, and I think we knew what the ceiling was. Even though we were 2 games away from getting to the finals, like, I think this run required all kinds of miraculous stuff to occur that were not down to him. So I'm fine moving on from him. But yeah, I mean, whoever they pick next is obviously going to be under a really big microscope, and they're going to have
Steve Popper, not hearing it's done, but sounds like Knicks have set their sights on Jordan Clarkson once he clears waivers. An unexpected fine for them at a low cost after he was bought out by the Jazz earlier in the day.
Yeah, we get Aura back in the Garden, baby. Yeah. We get Filipino J.R. Smith. Let's go.
I think this is a good move. If the Knicks actually get Clarkson, I think this is good. I think he's been in basketball hell for the latter half of his career, and he would probably love nothing more than to play at Madison Square Garden.
It's like really funny to me that Colin Sexton got traded with a pick for Nurkic, and then they had to buy out Clarkson today. Like, yep.
Well, I mean, that fixes their log jam, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Because they drafted like how many guards in the draft the other day?
No, that was the Nets. The Nets drafted everyone.
They drafted a bunch of guards too, but I feel like the Jazz also drafted like Walter. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, Walter,
Breaking
yeah.
news from Shams. Jaren Jackson Jr. and the Grizzlies are expected to agree on a $240 million max renegotiation and extension.
Where are they dumping the salary? Because they don't have it right now.
They're probably
Like,
dumping Cole Anthony, I would assume.
Yeah, but where? And that will cost. Like the thing is, this costs you a pick. Cole Anthony has 2 years left on his contract, and I think
he has one.
He has. I think. Oh, the last year's non-guaranteed.
No, I think he just expires in 25-26.
No, he signed a 3-year extension, and this past season was the first year of it because he's the same class as Quickly.
Oh, it's a club option. Yeah, it's a club option.
Yep. Fuck you, Tyrese.
Yeah, my bad.
Yep. I own you again. Classic.
I'm washed.
Classic.
Maybe thmaybe they're trading.
Can we get some real news, Shams? Can we get some fucking real news?
I want to know how they're clearing the space. I think they have $4.5 million in space, and that's so that's including who is the guy they drafted? Coward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I believe so.
Coward.
Coward.
Yeah. Is it Colin Coward? Am I right with that?
No, it's Cedric Coward.
Cedric Coward. Okay.
Colin Coward.
Respect
no.
Colin, bro.
I think Malika Andrews said Colin Coward on the broadcast though, and people are like, "What the hell?"
Yeah. So Cedric. So that they'll keep his capital in the book. So they have $4.5 million.
Don't they also want to get Ty Jerome too this offseason? And they want to sign him to like a 10
Well, they're gonna have to trade
$10
Clark
million
and Anthony then.
So to me, like the thing is, so that's the other piece, right? That they reported to some contract with Ty Jerome 9 to 10 million. They also want to extend Santi Aldama, but I guess they have his capital in the book, so they're okay there. But
yeah,
like there's definitely another part of this, so that it has to be Cole Anthony getting moved somewhere. Or
KCP.
Might need to
or
dust off.
KCP.
You have to dust off the 50. Tell Cole Anthony get it out the truck. Give me another-
Yeah. So we'll see. Jared R says Russ and Josh CTE ball would be enough to give me a stroke. You and me
Please,
both,
let's just like not speak these things into existence.
Yeah, don't even write that. Don't even say that.
The Real D Edge asks, "Where's Taylor Rooks though? Not on this podcast."
Yeah,
Not
she's
here.
gonna be here.
She could be on
Not
NBC.
here.
Sadly.
I think she could be on NBC or like no, that's Maria Taylor. She's gonna be on Amazon, and we will be watching.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
We'll be locked in.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. All right.
Sport women in sports, y'all.
Yep. Just do it in a more wholesome way. Brooke,
That's not wholesome.
That's not wholesome.
Given our
I
views,
will-
that's not wholesome.
I don't think you guys are being very wholesome now.
I like hoops.
I'm the most wholesome person here.
I can watch for Dirk Nowitzki and I can watch for Taylor Rooks, bro. This called duality, okay?
Yeah, the duality of man. You should check that out. I think
I
that's
will
the
not-
name.
will not be
You
checking that
you
out.
need to get your head out of the gutter.
Yeah, get it out of here.
That's not going to happen.
You sicko.
I've spent too long on this earth.
Jaren
If I
Jackson
hadn't
Jr. is also switching from number 13 to number 8.
Why?
He's so
Terrible,
fucking.
terrible
he's-
move.
That's
This
a
is-
hard. That's a number downgrade, bro.
This is,
I like number 8, by the way, though. So
No, but 13 is a cooler number than 8.
this is
I
what
agree.
happens when you let the liberal media infect your mind. Brooke Lopez is near the top of the list for the Lakers free agent.
of course he
target
is. The Lakers are in hell, man. The Lakers are such in hell, man.
Can they just sign Ayton and give the rest of the money to Lopez and be done with this? Can we just do that?
Yeah, they don't. They're knowing it's the Lakers, they're gonna drag it out though. So they gotta have eyes on them for the longest period of time.
Amazing.
The Real D-Edge says, say no to Russ Westbrook. And then he also says, we need to get Shamet, Kennard, Clarkson, Horford, or Cornette. I would like Cornette. I wouldn't mind Cornette.
We had Cornette. We let him walk. Terrible move. I knew he was going to be good.
I did like Cornette. I did not. Can't say that I.
Greg Anthony says that there is a possibility that Cole Anthony gets bought out by Memphis.
What's all these buyouts?
I mean, I think teams are just going like, we can't do anything with you, and they're trying to give guys an opportunity to go like. Play.
And Santi Aldama is back with the Grizzlies on a 3-year, $52.5 million deal.
That's a good deal.
It's a good deal. Good for them.
Yeah.
Cole
Yeah.
Anthony coming to the
Yeah,
Knicks
so
on the
Cole
night?
Anthony is probably going to get bought out then.
The real winner here,
Damn
and
it.
I can't believe Sam didn't say this. I want to make sure we get this out here. CAA's Austin Brown, Stephen Hoyman.
Yo, I am
and
not reading
and
the
Max.
agent credits.
Hold on. And Max Sadman finalized the deal with the Grizzlies. Shout out to Austin Brown. He deserves it.
I am not doing agent credits. That is Shams and all those other losers' jobs.
I love agent credits. It's one of my favorite things to read.
Oh my god!
Because everyone knows it's like the most important thing that everyone wants, right? Like everyone knows it's like, oh, Austin Brown got this deal done. It's like, yeah, good job, Austin.
Man,
I just if he's getting bought out, they still are gonna have to move money somewhere because they're not. He's not gonna like take no dollars. He's not gonna be like, I don't need any money from you. Like,
yeah, because doesn't the buyout stay on the cap for the year?
Yeah, so I think he's making like 13 million flat. So if he gets paid, let's say he's like, all right, give me 8. That means
somebody's giving him Emily.
Yeah, but 8 stays on their cap sheet, so they only cleared $5 million off, which they still need more of. So I if they're buying him out, then I'm assuming they got a Conchar. They're going to dump Conchar somewhere.
No, I think they're going to dump Brandon Clark somewhere.
It could be either, or it could be both, for all we know.
Yeah, like Clark's making, just look it up right now, like 12.5 million. I think that's probably the move that they'll look to dump him.
Is that the last year of his deal?
No, he has multiple years. He has 2025, 26, 26, 27, and then he is an unrestricted free agent in 27, 28. So he has 2 years left.
Well, it's a good thing Alex isn't on this stream with us because he'd be banging the table for us to trade.
Yeah, he'd be like, we need Brandon Clark. His college BPM was amazing.
Yeah. I knew it before I ever watched him play. He's the greatest player of all time. If you want to listen to Alex talk about Brandon Clark, check out Locked On Knicks.
Good segue.
No, but I think it'll be Conchar because Conchar makes $6 million. That should get them to like, I don't know, something like 14, 15 million in space value. That should be enough.
I think they should trade Morant.
I mean, yes, but they're not going to do it.
I'm just saying that's what I would do.
That's like the sole reason people buy tickets from the Grizzlies these days.
This is from Nick Thorson ducking the tax. He says for Memphis to do this, if they just dump Conchar, they can pull the qualifying offer on Adama since they already came to the agreement. They would still have his full bird rights. Then they can re-sign Jaren Jackson and then go over to sign Aldama. That's probably.
Okay.
So is Cole Anthony not getting bought out? Is his father lying on TV?
Cole Anthony lives.
I think Cole Anthony wants to get bought out.
Yeah, that's him messaging through his father. He's like, get me out of here.
Get me out of here. I don't want to be in Memphis.
This is like the most woke fucking free agency ever. Look at what they've done to our great American pastime.
Make free agency great again.
Right. All because of what? Tampering? No one gave a shit. No one cared.
Did you guys see?
There are actually people that cried for tampering charges.
There's no way people actually cried.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. Especially
when
it came to the Knicks and Brunson, they were like, "Yeah, please penalize them."
Give us back our first.
They were like,
how
give
insane
us back
that sounds
our first. Yes.
But do you understand how insane that sounds?
Yes.
They make it seem like
fans are
on
insane.
July 1st, there is no communication with anyone except on July 1st. Then they open up communications.
I don't know.
Everyone makes life-altering decisions. That is insane to believe that.
Well, see,
basketball fans are insane people.
No, but this is what they need to do. They just need to do exactly what the NFL did. What they have to do is, after the NBA Finals is done, they should.
It's open season. It's open season.
Yeah, I agree.
It should just be, this is the legal tampering period. That's what it should be. That's exactly the NFL just is. Like they basically were like, all right, we're never going to end tampering, and we're not going to even end tampering with this legal tampering period. But we'll just have the legal tampering period so that exists, and that's like our cop out for when these deals are announced a minute of. Just fucking call it the legal tampering period. Be done with it. Andrew Abraham 5109 asks thoughts on potentially getting Luke Kennard.
Give me him. Give me that white shooter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tyrese has stronger thoughts on this than I think.
Yeah, I mean, Luke Kennard's a hooper. I've been wanting Luke Kennard since 2019. There's proof on my Twitter. Yeah, man. I think Luke Kennard would be good. If he can shoot a little bit more, and stop pump faking when he's not when he's being guarded, then I would like him a lot. Like he would probably be the high octane shooter that I think a lot of us thought Landry Shamet would be. He has a lot of playmaking juice, or a decent amount of playmaking juice as a secondary playmaker. He's not going to be like your sixth man. He'll be like your seventh or eighth man, but that's a good spot for him. Yeah, I think he'd help.
I think he's good.
I've
always thought he was good.
I just don't. I don't know how to. Like, to me, he's a guy who, like, you look at the numbers and they're always like really, really good. His shooting numbers are always spectacular, but there's so many. I feel like he passes up so many shots, and it's like, so his percentages are almost a reflection of like he only takes the best looks and he doesn't challenge himself more. It's a little bit like Jose Calderon. And he's like, obviously he's younger, but you remember Calderon? We were like, remember when we got him? I was like, oh, this guy shoots like 42% from three. This is awesome. Like, this is perfect. Nothing matters anymore. And then you watched him for like 5 games and you're like, oh, it's because you only take like shots when you're fucking open. Like, that's it. You never take actual difficult shots.
I think the one difference between Calderon and Kennard in terms of like volume is that like Kennard really makes his shots though, right?
How'd we get to
like, I think
Calderon?
that's like, it is like high percentage shots. He's making. It's not like he's barely 40% taking for you. Like he's taking, like, for career, he's taking, 4.5 isn't a lot, but he's also 44% from 30, right? So like if he just ratchets up the volume and he becomes 40, I mean, I'll take it. If he drops down to 39, I'll take it. Like that's what you need. He could shoot. He always could be. Just get someone, tell him shoot. They'll have an opportunity off the bench. The Knicks need someone to score, unless they get Clarkson.
We got a real important question for you, Sam. Sam, are you drinking it?
It's applesauce.
What?
Get the fuck out of here. Drinking applesauce.
It's not drinking.
Hey, whoa! Don't sleep on applesauce, bro.
Thank you.
I'm fine with applesauce.
No one has a problem with applesauce. Who drinks it?
This is the pouches that they come in. I work in a preschool. This is what I eat.
So you're stealing children's food?
No, I buy it for myself because I'm used to what it is in the schools.
I think it sounds like you're stealing food from the children.
I'm not stealing food from the children.
And this is why we need to cut funding to public schools.
Wow. Okay, Eric Adams.
Funding.
Okay, Eric Adams.
Stealing applesauce from children.
Adams.
On the rest of this pod, we're going to spend talking about why the big beautiful bill is actually awesome. Here's why. This is why Tyrese is actually going to do it. He lives in Texas now, so
he does.
So he has all the propaganda down to give to the masses.
I love me some good propaganda. Vote for Greg Abbott.
Ted Cruz is here.
Wow.
Listen here, man. Vote for Greg Abbott. Hot Wheels for meals.
Governor Hot Wheels, baby.
Respect. You have to respect applesauce, dude. You've never
There's nothing wrong with applesauce.
We are so proud of
he's
applesauce.
drinking it out of a Capri Sun pouch.
It's not a Capri Sun pouch.
You have never
squeeze. If you've never worked in an early childhood center, you are missing out.
No, they don't. I'm not allowed 100 feet near cats.
I
don't think you should be saying that unironically on a live stream in front of almost 1,000 people.
Listen, bro.
That's right.
Like,
the government knows.
One hand on the steering wheel, the other hand on a go-go squeeze. That's joy, okay? And you'll never understand that, but that's joy.
Stefan Bondi tweeted out the Knicks touch base with South Carolina women's coach Dawn Staley about their head coaching gig, as reported first by CP The Franchise.
Yeah.
Unclear if there was a formal interview. Staley did interview for the Trailblazers job in 2021 that ultimately went to Chauncey Billups.
I really wonder about this stuff. Like, it kind of feels to me like they're doing some of these interviews to just get information on, like, how people would think about utilizing the talent on their roster in different ways. That's what it felt like. Because I was looking up her contract yesterday. I think she makes $4.5 million a year. So, I mean, look, maybe they're going to hire her as the head coach for all I fucking know. But I imagine that they're like,
it would be the best for them to hire her just because of all the WNBA fans that like to shit on Jalen Brunson after his performances, they'd have no choice but to stand the Knicks because they all love and adore Dawn Staley.
Wait, why
That's
do WNBA fans hate Jalen Brunson?
Well,
Because
because of
Becky
what
Hammond?
Becky Hammond said, and because all Knicks fans do
Oh,
is bring that up because we all hate women allegedly. So
it's kind of funny because he's actually like
Oh, Dorian Finney-Smith signed. Oh,
to where Houston.
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Let's go. Fuck the Lakers. LeBron
Man,
buyout.
it's 6:30 on the proper coast, and we're getting Dorian Finney-Smith news. This is
It's 5:30 on the proper coast, by the way.
you don't even live near a
You
coast.
don't live on a fucking coast.
What are you talking about?
You live in San Antonio. You have a fucking river there.
Yeah, you have a river walk. You're like an hour and a half from Waco, where fucking David Koresh killed everyone with the FBI. Like, what are you talking about?
Jesus Christ, bro.
wow.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
David Koresh?
Hell yeah, baby.
I mean, you do bear a
Is that where we're
resemblance.
going?
You do bear a resemblance.
Who,
Dorian
me or
Finney-Smith-
Tyrese?
All right.
Why not
All
both? Dorian Finney-Smith, 4 years, $53 million to the Rockets. Did you see that report today from Anthony Irwin, LA, where he said that like
The Lakers were like talking shit about his knee
Yeah.
or his ankle to
like,
other
drive-
teams. They're trying to bring down his free agency value.
Crazy.
that's like what I
That
That's
is
like
so
what
scummy.
that's what I would have been doing if I were Leon Rose last year about like Hartenstein. I've been like, dude, did you see that Pacers series, bro?
Bro,
Yeah, he
his
was
Achilles is fried, guys.
He doesn't even know how to hold a
Holy-
baby properly. You don't want to sign him.
What kind of agent pandering does Shams just do? Free agent Paul Reed, aka B-Ball Paul. Get
It's
the
so
fuck outta
gross.
here.
That's so gross. Get out of here, Shams. Shams is so nasty.
Just
The other-
working.
The other thing with that is they traded what 3 seconds for Dorian Finney-Smith, I believe, in the middle of the season.
Yes.
So,
And he was like he's obviously a big Luca and him are like really tight or whatever. I don't know. This just seems fucking odd, man. Like I don't know what the hell's going on there, but if I were Rob Pelinka and I knew
that's why LeBron's trying to get out.
if I were Rob Pelinka and I knew a new ownership group was in the door and they had a lot of money and they ran a very successful operation with the Dodgers where they were not afraid of
Spending.
changing things over and spending money, I would maybe consider getting a realtor. And if I owned property in LA, maybe I'm trying to move out of there. Maybe trying to rent.
I don't know if you want to rent in LA these days.
No, Lakers, everything depth is awful. It's LeBron, Austin Reeves, and Luka Doncic, and God help me. Literally.
Maybe it's gonna be Towns, Luca, and Austin Reeves, and LeBron's gonna come to New York.
Sure.
His last year in the NBA is gonna be with the Knicks.
Sure.
The Lakers wing depth is awful from Kenny Mir. Yeah, their roster is fucking shit show right
It's
now.
garbage.
What are
That's
their
why
what are their wing depth?
They're
Is it Rui?
that's what. And Jordan Goodwin, I think, is it? No?
Is there and LeBron and that's their wing.
Yeah, like
And
they
I
don't even have Cam Reddish
LeBron-
anymore.
LeBron took his bought out, and then he comes to the Knicks. Don't forget.
LeBron's getting bought out.
Yo, if
Hell
LeBron
yeah.
gets bought out, that would be like the funniest twist to this offseason, bro. Then I would be like, all right, Shams, you cooked when you said this is the craziest offseason ever. All right.
It would be the craziest move.
All right, Shams, you win. But until then, no. This is
Cam Spencer updates, bro. Like, come on.
greatest
Was
offseason.
this the guy that was? Oh no, okay. I was thinking about the other guy on Golden State.
That's his
So-
brother.
Oh, okay. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's the Cam Spencer's brother, Pat Spencer.
the lacrosse player or whatever the fuck he was.
Yeah.
They're just letting anybody. They're letting anybody into this glorious league, man.
Tyrese, this is your chance, bro.
It is.
All right. Listen, I don't think I have the complexion to pull it off, but I mean, sure.
Be white, be good at shooting. You'll get in.
Well, I could be one of those things. Unless you think I'm Sammy Sosa.
You might be, for all I know.
Remember when Sammy Sosa forgot how to speak English?
Remember when Sammy Sosa turned out light skinned for like a couple years, and then
Bro, he's going back in shades now.
I know. my man thought my man repigmented himself.
We
You know how
all
crazy
know.
that is?
Why is Ian saying this? Okay, he says one interesting thing that I had heard at least before Tyrese Halliburton got hurt was that the Pacers were going to have some interest in trading for ex-Knick Dante DiVincenzo. Halliburton gets hurt, their plans change.
Ian Bagley needs to focus on the Knicks instead of trying to be a
It
national.
would
He
be
needs to
so
focus on-
it would be so disgusting if Dante became a Pacer, by the way. Like after all that.
What if he retired? What if he just retired? He's like, I'm sorry.
Dante?
That'd be amazing.
I'm way too. I'm not white enough for this. This is from Chris Haynes. Apparently said this on his stream. This is the great Ahmed Big Business tweeted this. Free agency is dead. It's bad for the league because it's usually one of the league's biggest distractions. We have to remember that this is entertainment and we can't take that away. That was from an NBA exec, reportedly.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know why an NBA exec would be too worried about the entertainment factor, but sure.
Looking out for the fans.
Yeah.
Respect.
We know how much they care about the fans.
Yeah. Damn, this shit is so. I mean, all right. I guess now with DFS there, they're probably just gonna trade Cam Whitmore now. But
Can I just say everyone's going nuts with Houston? Like,
can they have like an actual point guard, not a freaking Fred VanVleet?
Whoa, respect Freddie.
Whoa,
No,
But they have one
that's
guy.
an NBA champion.
nope,
They have one guy that can get into the paint.
not
They have one guy
respecting
that
Fred
can get into the
VanVleet.
paint. Like, I'm sorry, and I also like every
Who's
time
the
I
one
look-
guy?
Van Vliet.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I'm not
But, like,
respecting him.
And then, like, I don't know. I don't personally think Durant and Şengün is necessarily like the easiest fit in the world. I don't like because Durant is his entire
Washed? Yeah.
his entire goal in life is to like own the nerds. So he's like, I'm only gonna take mid-range jumpers, bro. And you're like, why? Like, why can you not just be normal?
Be normal, god damn it.
No, Durant doesn't care. He's old. He's washed. He's stubborn. It's going to be.
As long
gonna
as
be
he
a
gets his
disaster.
money, he's chilling. He got his rings. He just wants his money. And no income tax.
Yeah, that's why his 3 locations are the places that don't have income tax.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I completely understand not wanting income tax. It's a good life.
AKA B-ball Paul, by the way.
I know.
AKA B-ball is. We need
Shams is so shameless, man. He is so shameless.
I think
just
we
like
should
his
trade Shams
predecessor.
for Woj and let Shams run whatever team.
Just like his
Woj is
predecessor.
doing right now.
Yeah, I might start breaking fucking like soccer transfers on this pod. It's so fucking boring. Holy shit.
Here we go.
What?
What, is there something good?
Oh, here we
No.
go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah. I was like, did something happen? Yeah, no. Yeah. Somebody left Saudi Arabia to go to Turkey. That's what happened in the soccer world, if you're interested. John Duran. Brandon Williams says Amon Thompson get to them. That's true. I just don't think he's a very good half court creator, but
Oh yeah, I guess
fair point.
that's fair.
Maybe he develops.
And he's also
Yeah. Super young, obviously.
Man, this is
The D'Angelo Russell thing isn't actually. It's not like confirmed or anything, right?
Nope, just all speculation right now. But it's gonna be very funny when he goes there. Anthony Davis is gonna be so pissy, and D'Lo walk into that locker room once again.
I would too. Can you imagine? Like that's terrible.
John
Right.
Durant, baby, should have been a hammer. Sorry for your loss. West Ham will rise again.
What's a hammer? What's a hammer?
Oh, Cole Anthony
West Ham.
is getting
Mm.
Bought
the
out.
Memphis Grizzlies and Cole Anthony's reps Excel Sports are working towards a resolution that allows Memphis to create the necessary cash space and renegotiate and extend Jaren Jackson Jr.
I
getting
told you,
bought out.
Cole Anthony's like, get me out of here. I don't want to be part of this nonsense.
Yeah, he's trying to get out of there.
I do think that's going to be something we see more across the league. Is we're just like guys who are like in the final year of their deal just getting bought out and just being like, eh.
Well, we saw like this past year, we saw so many teams hold on to guys, right? Where they're like, "Oh, we'll see. Maybe they'll have a market in the trade deadline."
And it's like they never do, and they
Yeah,
never do. And I think teams are finally realizing that, which is good because it's like stop being stupid.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like, so I think that probably like bolsters up your free agency where it's like, okay, maybe this guy isn't worth it at 15, 16 million, but could he be worth it at like 2 or 3? Then yeah. Like that's Jordan Clarkson for the Knicks, where it's like on Jordan Clarkson a minimum contract. I want that. Jordan Clarkson making $14 million, probably not.
Hell no.
I thought you were going to say Amen Thompson's only going to get the rim. FEV can't really get there anymore, I don't think. I just meant getting into the paint, like drawing two to the ball. But yeah, Amen can get to the rim. So true. Just don't trust him as a half-court initiator yet.
All right, fine. There's 2 people on the Rockets that can get to the rim. 2.
That's more than the Knicks right now.
Yeah, especially with Mikal doing that bullshit fadeaway.
No, Nick's got 2. Nick's got Brunson and those straight line drives from Cat when he's like elbowing everyone and just doing the chicken wing and everything.
Technically, it counts.
And he's making like he's making the craziest faces in the world.
It's gonna be great. Towns is gonna cook even more next year without Thibs. It's gonna be great.
Hope so. Yeah, it's actually a pretty interesting way of looking at it, though. They swapped out Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks for KD and Dorian Finney-Smith. I do think Dorian Finney-Smith is a little bit.
Technically, it's an upgrade. Yeah.
Dylan Brooks is better than Dorian Finney-Smith.
Yes. But Jalen Green is worse than
I think on the aggregate.
A little,
but Jalen Green is like so bad. It's like
terrible. Like you could have just not replaced him.
Look, this is going to pain me to say it. Jalen Green is just righty RJ Barrett.
Yeah, that's not crazy.
Yeah.
That's not crazy at all.
Honestly, I think RJ is better than
Jalen. Slightly.
But like
RJ has a higher baseline.
But like that's
who
Jalen Green is, right? It's the archetype of the guy who can get to the rim but can't finish.
Yeah, RJ Barrett just makes better decisions in his personal life. That's really it.
Real DHS Towns got to learn how to run. I wish I could still find like the old.
No, Towns is not going to learn how to run. His feet are too big.
I wish I still had access to old PNT comments because I remember talking about this when he was like in that draft class. Where I was like, is he just weird? Does this guy run really fucking weird?
He does this because his feet are too big.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
it's the feet thing. He also says Dylan Brooks was about to lose his fingers.
That could be a valid reason.
That story was crazy.
Dog. That person is crazy. And that's like an understatement, I feel like.
Would you sign Cole Anthony?
I was just about to ask that. No, if he's bought out for the $13 million or whatever he's owed, right? And he's willing to come to New York for the minimum. Wouldn't you want that type of archetype as like your bench gunner?
No.
No, you're still no. You would prefer Clarkson?
I just don't want Cole Anthony. I can't tell you anything beyond that.
That's fair.
Like, also, like he's been a terrible playoff player. I know he's only been there twice, so it's not like a huge sample, and he's young, so he gets better. Clarkson, like if you take out his 1 year with the Cavs, that was his first time into playoffs. He's like a 58 true shooting guy in 24 playoff games in his career since then. So something to keep mind of. And yeah, I just don't know. The Cole Anthony thing, I just never has done it for me. But
also, do we really want to hear so much about how his father used to play for the team and like now he's playing on the team and like
he's from the city?
Do we really want to hear that?
No, I mean, look, I don't. I'm just posing the question since like there's nothing else going on. So why not just pose the question? Like,
that's what's gonna come with the acquisition.
We're getting Dorian Finney-Smith news. I should ask, should we sign Cole Anthony? It's unfortunately what we got right now.
In the future, whenever I'm doing like a stream with Sam or Tyrese, I'm gonna introduce them as native New Yorkers.
You know that sells.
Yeah. I'm a native New Yorker. All right.
Oh no.
All right.
This is the worst, man. This sucks.
It's so bad.
We gotta do these next day and just recap everything.
Yeah, in the future, next time we're just gonna start a stream at like 9:30 p.m.
and be like, "Here's what happened today in free agency."
Like 9:30 on like July 7th, and be like, "Here's the roundup." There we go.
This is terrible.
It's so bad.
Especially like all the buyouts aren't gonna happen until Wednesday. So like
the waivers, right? The waivers clearing.
Yeah,
Tyrese is from Texas.
Yes.
Damn.
I live in Texas.
No, No,
Listen,
but
once you live in Texas, you're from it.
once the buyout stuff, once it's announced, though, I think teams. I don't know. I think
Yeah,
they
the agreements usually come out like pretty soon after.
yeah. So I think they'll still be able to talk to teams immediately at that point.
Yeah. Let's see. Because usually, like, once they're about to get bought out, they kind of already have an idea of what teams in mind they want to go to. So the agreements usually come pretty quickly. So hopefully that's the case today, because Jesus Christ, we're slacking on news today.
That's all right. We're gonna get Jordan Clarkson, and everything's gonna be good.
We're gonna get Jordan.
And Mike
Clarkson.
Brown's gonna be the head coach.
Oh, we get Jordan Clarkson on Wednesday.
Jake Laravia. Oh, 2 years, $12 million with the Lakers.
Oh wow!
Okay.
So I guess they're breaking up the Oh, you know what it is? Aiton's probably going to sign for like $10 million off of the fucking MLE.
Interesting.
I think the Lakers might still have the biannual exception too.
They might, yeah. Oh, that's actually like not relevant at all. But hey, good for Jake Laravia.
Oh,
I know.
copies.
Press heart broke. Press
I
heart
never-
breaking.
I never considered. I didn't. Laravia just didn't. I don't know. I was not. There was no linking. There was no link to him for the Knicks. Just didn't. Never expected it.
There should be a link. He's ass.
I've never watched. I can't recall watching him play. So that's where I'm at with that.
Give me Luke Cornett and Luke Kennard. I just want all the Lukes. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Where do you think Luke Cornett ends up? That's what we really want to know.
He ends up out here with me in San Antonio.
I actually think that would be a good signing. Actually,
Me and Luke Cornett are gonna go to HEB together. Just me and Luke Cornett at the Riverwalk, flicking up.
Yo, is it just is Chris Haynes kind of busting Sham's ass so far today?
He is.
Yeah. Chris Haynes got some juice this year, bro. Haynes briefs. Shout outs to Haynes briefs.
I have to
Bro,
give
he
him
really
credit.
tried to make that a thing all year.
You got to give him credit for going with it. He's like, nobody's catching on, but I can't stop me.
He saw the vision.
Ooh, I think
Oh.
Haynes might have been before Shams.
They're going news for news right now.
Can't even say band for band because there's no
Bull-
bands in this free agency.
Nope, there are no bands being involved here except for the money the players are making.
We throw in ones. At best.
Is it even one? I feel like we're just throwing out like quarters at this
No.
point.
No, like we got the wallet app open on our phones and we're just trying to shake it at them. There's no money coming out.
Crazy.
Haynes says that he's going back to the.
Sham said he's going to the Kings. Oh no,
Haynes says he's going to the Kings.
Sham says he's going to.
Sham says he's going to.
Oh
the Lakers.
shit!
Ooh, we having a source off. Ooh.
What's gonna happen?
Damn. Who are we rooting for?
Haynes.
Haynes.
Shams
Shams is out here talking about like everyone's agent and like their children being like a part of like this miraculous deal to happen. Like I'm done with that. Like I'm done.
Shams was also just like lying during the entire.
Oh,
Durant stuff
Haynes
during the
fixed it. Haynes fixed it.
Oh.
Oh,
Whoa.
come on,
Boy,
Chris.
Hayes. We were rooting for you, man.
Whoa.
Come on.
He got the news and he was too excited. He started typing really fast.
Come on, you gotta have your
Unbelievable.
templates ready, dog. Come on.
He had the pick ready with Laravia still on the Kings, and he was like, "Let me just get this out real quickly."
That Hayes not ready for this. Ooh.
You're not ready
they
for
got
prime
Adu
time just
Sierra.
yet.
That's their other wing, right? The arrow.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
did get the arrow. I guess he's gonna play major minutes for.
He's gonna have to. I mean, they
year
don't really
one.
have. Yeah, they don't- doesn't look like they're gonna have options. I mean, they should probably be in the business of listening on Austin Reeves' offers?
Yeah,
Probably.
but will they?
They will not.
Well, if they still need a center, I think they should trade Austin Reeves for Mitchell Robinson.
I suspect that they will not do that.
They won't do that, even though they should do that.
I think they should.
I
Again,
would-
this team needs a white shooter. They really do.
We're gonna get Landry Shamet back, and that's the best we can do.
Landry provided some aura and hype moments in Game 5. I'll take it.
Landry Somali Shamet. Okay.
Yeah, I think Shamet would be. I think I'll have to accept Shamet at this point. It's getting close enough.
Shamet Habibi. Like,
Hey, man.
I'll take it. That's fine.
like you have Kolek and you have Shamet. You're gonna have to make do.
I am gonna have to make do. It's really sad, but that's okay. At the end of the day, like we still have Jalen Brunson, so everything will be fine.
That's what Tom Thibodeau said every day in the huddle for
It's probably that's what he.
We have Jalen Brunson. We're gonna be just fine.
It's like, hey, do you want to like try a different play call? Do you want to try a different action or something to start out? He's like, nope. Brunson.
Well, we got Jalen Brunson. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, Jalen, figure it out. Read and react.
Our read and react offense, where Jalen Brunson's the only one reading and reacting.
I was gonna say, how do you have a read and react offense and not have like standardized like specific things off the read and react? No.
I think they just have to. I think they just have to stand and. I think the entire idea was they stand in specific places and then read off of the initial action.
And then a random person will cut while another random person is also cutting, and they end up in the same exact spot where the driver's going, and then it's like, oh no, where'd the spacing go?
It was one of the weirdest seasons I think I've ever seen in my life.
Man.
This is so ridiculous, man. I can't believe this.
No one wants to get those tampering charges.
Like, well, I can't even talk about fucking. There's nothing to even talk about.
Nope.
The biggest fucking news is Jaren Jackson Jr.
Extension.
Re-signing.
Yeah, resigning, renegotiating, extending.
What happened? Where's my Brook Lopez slop?
By the way,
where's my Al Horford slop?
By the way, South Carolina athletic director Jeremiah Donati confirmed to On3 Sports that the New York Knicks did reach out to Don Staley about the opening.
Oh, so Shams has no fucking juice with his coaching search.
Damn.
CP the
Leon
franchise.
Rose.
CP the franchise. If you want to know what's going on at the Knicks coaching search,
CP the
Yeah,
franchise.
CP.
That's the CP. The only ethical person on the beat aside from
ethical hooper.
Aside from our very own Chris Persianen. There's a lot of guys on this beat who get on the beat and they're miserable because they can't watch their old teams. And they don't want you to be excited about the Knicks making moves. Even if it's the 51st pick and they're just like, you know what, don't get your hopes up too high. There's always somebody with a receding hairline that needs to bring you back down to earth, and I don't understand why. But
Always.
This is actually really important. Fully guaranteed deal for Jake LaRavia in Los Angeles. Negotiated tonight by agents Aaron Riley and Reggie Berry of AMR Agency.
Can't believe it. Cannot believe it.
I'm fucking so pumped for Reggie Berry.
Reggie Berry.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Reggie Berry.
Reggie Berry.
I definitely, if they reached out to Dawn Staley like that, they're probably like, are you interested? And she's like, nah, I'm good.
I know she's probably just like, I'm not interested in that, but Jalen was probably on the call, and she's like, how's it going, Jalen? And like they just talked for like 15 minutes.
Can I read Mark Berman's latest tweet?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Unfortunately, yes.
The Al Davis Raiders' motto was "Just win, baby." Dolan West Leon Knicks motto: "Just get along with Cat and Bridges, baby." Mike Brown reported his favorite. What the fuck does that mean?
He is so washed. It's not even funny.
He's never been anything.
But But like he's like so washed it. Like, oh my god.
Why does Thibs have shooters out here? That's what I want to know. And it's all the old dudes on the beat. It's like Isola and Berman.
Always.
I feel like Thibs is ghostwriting these tweets. First of all, I feel like Thibs is just like, you know what? Mention Al Davis for me, like for whatever reason. Like I don't get it.
Al Davis. That's what we're talking about. The great Al Davis. Like, come on, man. Come on. I'm so tired of Berman.
I'm so bored. I'm indulging in my other hobby right now.
Gambling?
No. This one. Got these cool cases to hang up some comics to hang up.
Oh, we're just gonna talk about random hobbies now?
Sure, why not? I mean, we gotta give the people something to talk about, right? I do gotta replace these Knicks posters I have up. I have a Knicks poster of Mellow, Easter Shot, and I have the Jalen Brunson Slam cover I just got the other day, so got to definitely add some more up in this room.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. The way people talk about Thibs as he's some kind of fucking messiah when this guy played.
He's Jesus Christ.
He played Precious Achua, Mitchell Robinson, and Josh Hart together, and got surprised when they lost their minutes. Like,
yeah, and they're like, "What? What happened?"
Wait, what do you mean? It's not 2006 anymore. We have to actually play shooters on the court.
But we won. It's like we won the rebounding battle, and it's like, yeah, but you failed at every single everything else on the basketball court, just for rebounds.
How can
okay,
you do that?
It's terrible, absolutely terrible.
Where is my Gary Trent Jr. slop? Give me something, man.
I can't wait for whatever team Brook Lopez goes to.
What if he
He's
comes
gonna come
here?
play for the Knicks?
Lakers.
They're going to talk about how Brook Lopez is still the all-time leading scorer for the Brooklyn Nets.
Jaime Sanchez asks Gary Trent Jr. to the Knicks. Is there some report on this or something?
No, I think he's just trying to will it. Which I respect. I respect you willing that, even though I disagree.
All right, here we go. Let's get some really awesome thoughts on Jake LaRavia from people who totally crunched this tape. This is Sam City. I think there's a good shot. LaRavia is an upgrade of Dorian Finney-Smith to the Lakers, if not an upgrade, at least very close for a fraction of the price. The price for them is so irrelevant. Like they have to try to fucking win now. And I'm sorry, like Luka Doncic can be a free agent after next season, by the way.
I hope he doesn't sign that extension so bad, so like they can just be like under.
That'd be amazing.
Jaren Jackson
for the whole year.
Jaren Jackson Jr. just renegotiated and extended, so he's off the board. Okay. Now go look at the rest of the free agent class. Who are you signing in that free agent class? And you're like, well, this would make us a contender with Luka, and who are you pitching that to with Luka? I don't know. LaRavia can be good, and I still don't think it fucking matters, man. I think that's crazy. I think it's like this is like too nerdy for me, where it's like, oh, actually, he's good at these things. It's like, yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Like, he's a fine player. He's not meaningfully better in any capacity than Dorian Finney-Smith. And Dorian Finney-Smith was Luka's boy. So, I don't know. That seems not great.
Luka's going to come to the Knicks.
I'm good. I'm okay. I don't need any more.
I mean, God, which Superman is that?
For all seasons.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Why do you know Superman in the first place? Yeah.
It is.
Have you not read? First of all, have you read All-Star Superman? Great depiction of Superman by Grant Morrison. And then also you have Red Sun. See, my man has it, and Red Sun is probably the best Superman story.
Dude, look behind me.
Like, Tyrese, respect the game, man.
My fault.
Look at my shelf behind me. I'm full on nerding out right here.
Yeah, man, you got to read Red Sun. It's when it's what happens if he landed in the Soviet Union instead of Kansas.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that story. I do need to check that one out.
That one's a really good one. They also have on now it's back to HBO Max.
Socialist Superman. Oh man,
yeah.
You mean Zora Mondani?
No, it's a really good.
No, I've heard about it.
I would recommend that. But no, also Superman's great because I think that's what the movie is basically going to be based off of. The one that's coming out is going to be like All-Star Superman, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is.
So
we have a question here from Kenny Mayer. He says, Bradley Beal, if he got bought out, how interested would you be?
Highly, very highly. He would be the best free agent on the board. Not kidding. Bradley Beal in a 6-man role would cook for this team.
like, are we talking like him on a minimum? Is that what the
Like,
idea is?
Him as a taxpayer, I don't care.
No, but you don't. What you get what I'm saying though, right? The idea of like him
Yeah.
on like a cheap deal, like
Yes.
yeah, why not?
Like Bradley Beal's a 6. Like Bradley Beal would win 6-man of the year. Not even kidding.
He wouldn't play enough games for that, probably though.
I mean, the only reason why he didn't play games last season was because like they were actively trying to like hold him out, so he would waive his contract.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of his stuff last year. He was like a minus 8.7 on off, but like he obviously wasn't trying last year. So there's that. He did average 17 points per game last year. He averaged 17 and 3.5 assists on 49.7, 38.6.
60 true shooting. So.
Yeah, 80.3 splits from
Oh,
field.
we got some slop, some Trey Jones slop.
Oh
Pretty excited
no!
with the Bulls.
Is he going back to the Bulls?
3 years, $24 million to return
What
to the
the
Bulls.
hell?
Yeah, it was rumored that they really liked what they saw from him. In the
Kevin
last 18
Bradbury
games
of
with
Lift
him.
Sports Management.
Let's go,
finalized
Kevin
the
Bradbury,
deal
man. Fuck
with
yeah.
Bulls officials tonight.
Yeah, that was expected.
Trey. Why is Trey
It's not really
Jones making-
tonight, is it? If they signed in Chicago, it's only 6. I wouldn't consider 6 tonight.
Hey,
You're
Would
being
you-
way
six-
too.
6 is tonight. What are you talking about?
Is
bro?
6 tonight?
Let's ask the
Like
chat.
7
Chat, is 6
like-
nighttime?
Right, like
Yes.
7 o'clock is tonight. I don't know if 6 is tonight. Like 6 is like
6 is
it's like-
evening. Or
6 is evening.
7 is evening.
no, 7 is tonight.
7 is tonight.
Oh my god.
Like 7 tonight, 8 tonight.
well, it
9
is 7
tonight.
o'clock right now. Well, it's 6 over there in Chicago, but
That's what I'm
6
saying.
over
So
here
like
in-
it's
in the
I guess they're
great-
going based on Eastern Standard Time. I don't
No,
know.
6 is evening. 7 o'clock is evening. 8 o'clock is night. Thank you, chat.
why are you listening? Don't listen to them.
You just asked me.
Don't listen to them.
Respect the chat, okay? The chat knows what's right.
Chris Haynes said, I think right now I would lean towards saying more so Bradley Beal won't be a part of the roster next season. From what I've been told, as of right now, the plan is for Jalen Green to be on there, but we should see.
We are rooting for a Bradley Beal buyout.
Man,
Oh, D'Angelo Russell went to the Mavericks.
Yes.
3 years, 13 million. Okay.
Yep.
So far, a lot of this has just been chalk.
Yep.
Chalk.
I mean, honestly, yeah, a lot of this has been chalk. Aside from like LaRavia going to the Lakers, like this has been chalk.
But nobody even reported shit about LaRavia, so that's like
Yeah,
kind of
'cause
its own thing.
Nobody's like, dude, do you have Jake LaRavia slop? Unless you're like Prez
Prez.
or Mike Shota.
You gotta be a sicko to have Jake LaRavia slot.
Again, Prez.
Prez is a broken man.
Prez. Poor Prez, man. We get none of his sons. Except for Jordan Clarkson.
Hey,
Prez might
Trey-
actually cry when we get Jordan Clarkson.
Trey Man.
oh, he's gonna be so happy.
Why do the Bulls need, like? I actually think Trey Jones is fine. Because they have how many fucking guards can you have, man?
I guess they're gonna get rid of Kobe White.
Giddy, Kobe White, Trey
Io.
Jones, and Io.
Well, wasn't it rumored that they're trying to get rid of like Kobe or Io?
Who
or both?
wants Kobe at this point?
I would take Kobe.
I'll
I
take
mean,
Kobe.
no, I'm serious. Like, what are you gonna get for Kobe White? Like, are you getting a first for Kobe White? I'm
Would
not
you
sure.
trade Josh Hart for Kobe White?
No. No. I feel very confident in saying no.
I would
I
trade.
I
I would
wouldn't
trade
take
Tyler
Rock-
Kolek for.
I trade Tyler Kolek for shit on the bottom of my shoe. What are we doing?
Wow. Wow.
Damn.
Here? God.
I can't wait until he has to walk this back on Tyler Kolek again this year, just like he did.
Oh, I
last year.
can't wait. He's gonna.
Oh my
dropped it.
God, we got white skin Tyus Jones, bro. Oh, I'm
Oh.
I'm
Oh my
shaking in my
God.
fucking boots.
Oh, dude, we're like, fucking the campaign extension is gonna feed families.
It will feed families. His
Yeah.
family.
Yeah, his extension with fucking like Panathinaikos will feed families.
Campaign back on a 1-year, $3.3 million deal. And Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson are going to have tweets up that second as soon as the Sham Noti comes out because campaign is all about.
Aren't they like partying together in like Greece or something, or weren't they just like partying
Yeah,
together in like, Greece or something?
they were in Greece. I think Kat was in France with them.
They
Like,
won like a world tour.
When is Kyrie supposed to be back?
sometime.
Probably probably late this season, like probably around like March or something, maybe. Or February.
D'Lo and AD are reunited on the Mavs. I don't think AD's
wonderful.
happy about that.
80 is not thrilled.
I mean, honestly though, that's not like for what they need. That's fine.
Who's their other guard? Spencer Dinwiddie.
Dinwiddie, and then they have.
It's gonna be Jason.
It's like literally all former Nets. It's like Dinwiddie, Kyrie, and D'Lo.
Well, they have that guy Brandon. That kid was it Brandon Williams? Is that his name?
Brandon Williams.
Yeah.
He looked all right.
Saucy.
Yeah.
Saucy.
And they still have Jaden Hardy, who still can't really dribble.
It's totally not garbage, by the way.
Yeah, he's not good.
Oh my god. Trey Jones got more than D'Lo. That's insane to me. I'm sorry. What is Trey Jones good at aside from robbing front office?
The Bulls.
It's such a mistake that they didn't trade Kobe White.
Oh, look at that one.
What?
It's a nice piece you got there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about actual news.
No, there's been no news.
Please respect.
None of this is news.
Oh!
No one cares.
Oh,
All right,
Michael
here we
Porter Jr. got traded. Let's go.
Oh shit. Okay, now this is news.
Now we have an actual thing.
All right, now we're talking. Let's go. Where do you get traded to?
The Nets.
For Cam Johnson.
Oh my god, Michael Porter Jr. get a green light in Brooklyn, bro.
And an unprotected 2032 first round pick to the Brooklyn Nets for Cam Johnson. They save money on this deal too.
Yes.
Denver.
Yes.
Quite a bit, I think.
That's
Does
I gotta
this-
see Nets fans' reactions to this before I can like properly like laugh.
Does this-
at them.
Does this get? I mean, I think it's pretty.
I think it gets them some kind of MLE. It might.
I think they might be under the first apron.
I think so.
They should be.
Shouts to Will. Will finally gets his first round pick for Cam.
2032 first round pick for him, unprotected, seems pretty good. Jokic will be what? Fucking like 37 or something at that point.
I mean, he's also just like straight up bet. Like, I wish they would have gotten some more. Like, I wish they would have gotten.
All right, there we go, Shams. This is what I'm talking about. You know, some actual things that we can discuss. You know,
some action.
It's not the craziest offseason ever, but
what does that mean for Cam Thomas though? For the Nets,
Cam Thomas is still gonna get his $100 million one way or a goddamn other. They saved $17 million off of this. Oh shit!
whoa.
This is from Mike Vigil, protected pick. He quoted that tweet and he was like, one of the dumbest players in the league traded for one of the smartest.
God damn.
It's true. Just listen to them talk for 5 minutes each.
what is this Nets team though?
It is a team that is aiming to be
Tanking?
towards the bottom of the league standings.
It's gonna be Cam Thomas and friends.
Ty Jerome, 3-year, $28 million deal with the Grizzlies.
Yeah, but like even if they're tanking, they took 6 rookies.
Yeah,
like I don't understand what they're doing just in general. Like, okay, they're tanking.
They only took 5. They sold their they traded.
Oh, I'm sorry, they took 5. Like they took 5 rookies in the first round. Like, I don't really know what they're doing. Sure, they'll tank, and then what? You have even more picks and even more young guys on contracts that aren't going to do anything. Like, I don't understand.
Ty Jerome, 3 years, $28 million, player option on the 3rd year. Kieran Tiller and Mark Bartlestein. Priorities for
For me, the Ty Jerome thing, it's like he's cool and all, but like after what I saw in the playoffs, man, I'm just like,
oh, shout out to the Brooklyn Nets cap space, by the way. Absolutely fucking useless.
I mean, they bet to take on what 17? What'd you say, $17 million?
Yeah,
to get that first. That they've used 17 million. They took on how much in the Hawks deal?
They took on another 15.
and they got right.
Yeah, and they got a first
for the 20, whatever fucking pick it was,
25th
pick.
Yeah, or 22nd, whatever.
Like that. This is it's just tough.
I mean,
Michael Porter Jr. first option hoops, so that might be a good bet this year.
Bro, Michael Porter
Jr. and Cam Thomas.
Oh my god,
it's gonna be some good prop betting over there.
That's league pass worthy, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They got to
What?
trade him. They got to trade Nick Clarkson, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you think he's a Laker probably now?
no, I don't think he's a Laker. I think
Schroeder will agree to sign with the Sacramento Kings per Fred Katz.
no.
Well, remember they
Who?
said they're trying to get both, so they can still
Okay.
get Russ. So
Okay. Ooh.
chill out, man. Chill out.
Ooh. We
Chill
was this
out.
close.
All right, we got some news flowing now. Actually,
They finally started. They started to actually do some shit now. Okay.
Yeah, but that's a great move for Denver, man. 20. You got Cam Johnson, who's flat out better than Michael Porter Jr. And you
Mhm.
get under the first apron. Like if they don't do,
they can
anything-
actually do some stuff in free agency now, right?
yeah. And if they don't, I mean, even if they just roll,
They
over
can sign
the,
Cam Thomas.
if they roll over the
All right.
flexibility into next year, they would be able to kind of maybe use the mid-level exception and stuff like that. So
Ty Jerome getting that kind of deal though, like he didn't even touch 10 million. Oh my god.
That playoffs, man.
That Pacers series legitimately might have cost him like half of the contract.
He's lucky to even get another contract. Like, what are you talking about?
No,
He's lucky
that
to-
Pacers series was so bad. Like it was
he's lucky
so
to be still in the NBA.
bad. That Cap series was so bad.
this is from Bobby
Oh,
Marks.
should we try to get?
The Ty Jerome signing
Okay.
comes out of the $8.8 million room mid-level exception. Yeah, this is from Real Diaz. Should we try to get Malik Monk? I don't know.
How do you get him?
I'm not trading. I wouldn't trade Josh Hart for God. So
That's a lie.
No, you'd
I'm-
only trade him for what? PJ Tucker and Max Christie?
you mean PJ Washington? I'm not.
Oh, whatever,
Omar.
same person.
I'm not Omar. I'm not trading. PJ Washington is kind of mid ski, but that's just me.
Monk would be good off the bench, but like I don't know how you're getting him.
I just don't. I don't think Monk is significantly better than Jordan Clarkson. That's my hot take.
I think he's way better, but I also think that he has to play. Like he's a guy that you have to play more.
You have to play him like 30 minutes to get impact.
Yeah,
And
he
it's
has
like,
to. Yeah, he has to have a legitimate role in the rotation. So you basically have what, like 7 guys fighting for close to 30 minutes because Hart's going to probably play around 30 again, if not a little lower. But like still, then you got to have Deuce.
Yeah, Deuce needs to probably be around like 27. Hart's probably going to be around like 20. Like I think I think Deuce would take minutes from Hart next season. But yeah, I'm really hoping that Kevin Porter Jr. Oh, I'm
Back to the
getting
Mavs.
I'm getting nervous, man.
I mean, going back to the Bucks. Ugh, can't even talk. Going back to the Bucks, 2 years, $11 million deal.
How much is it? 2 years, 11,
Yeah, 2 year, $11 million.
and he has a player option for next year.
Yeah,
I think you're going to see a lot of these type of signings.
yeah.
I'm scared, man. I'm scared. That Russell Westbrook to the next notification might legit.
Bruh, stop.
He's not going to the Knicks. He's not.
It would put me in the morgue, bro.
Please stop
I'm
speaking.
telling you. I am telling you right now. He's not going to the Knicks.
All right,
It's
man.
not happening.
I hope so. I'm scared.
I'm guaranteeing it.
Don't guarantee.
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 I'm just refreshing my timeline constantly. Waiting.
That's all we got.
Good move for the Nuggets, though. That's pretty awesome.
I wonder who they'll like go after in free agency now. You think they go after like Bruce Brown, bring him back again?
Yeah, I think they'll probably go for Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown been like he was pining for Thibs, and now he's like pining for Jokic.
I think they're gonna go after Cam Thomas.
No, they can't go for Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is gonna get like a significant deal from the Nets because
I don't think he is.
I think
Whatever it is, he's still restricted, and the Nets will probably match whatever he gets.
Yeah, they don't have any like way to offer him an actual contract.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just don't expect
Jams,
them
we
to-
don't need Michael Porter. We don't need Kevin Porter Jr.'s stats, dog.
He gives Milwaukee a dynamic playmaker in the backcourt. As a
Oh,
Eastern
wow.
Conference.
Oh my
These
god!
tweets are so disgusting, man.
Not to mention, Kevin Porter Jr. is a first team All Nasty member. So like,
Like, what are we doing here?
like why are we bigging up nasty members, bro?
Shame knows no
Unbelievable.
bounds.
I like that. I'm surprised we haven't gotten anything on Alexander Walker yet.
Because the way the entire league was lusting for him, like 24 hours.
Talking
ago.
about him like he's the greatest fucking game changing guard of all time.
They're gonna wait because they don't want the tampering charges for him.
For his sign-in trade, right?
Yep. It also better not be some bullshit either where they're like, oh, we're going to break this at like 2 o'clock at night. Because fuck you. Nobody's staying up for Nikhil Alexander Walker news.
You want to bet?
There's some Hawks fans.
Yeah, someone
tell you different.
someone's staying up.
I know your ass is going to be up, Tyrese.
No, I'm not, bro. Some of us have work.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That's never stopped you before.
yeah. Sam has applesauce to steal.
I'm not stealing applesauce.
I'm good, bro. I
I'm
have work
going to
now.
report this to Sam's district.
All right, man.
I'm
Oh
hella
God, can you
washed.
imagine? I'm gonna call Eric Adams right now.
As if he'll do anything. He's too busy smoking hookah with Dominicans.
Yeah, he's too busy. Yeah, smoking
At
hookah and
Dykeman.
taking bribes. That's all he's doing.
Oh,
But if I bribe him to fire you, he would be like, "Oh, I'm on it."
do you have Eric Adams bribe money?
I'm pretty sure if I gave him $5, he would take it.
Yep, Bruce Brown, the Nuggets.
Wow.
Yeah,
Just
Wow.
like that.
CAA's Ty Sullivan and Stephen Human.
Ooh,
Finalized
hey,
Oh,
Steven,
hey.
Steven's balling, man. He's out here.
Steven,
Yo.
Steven is hooping right now. I'm gonna tweet that.
All right. So
he really is. He's making a lot of 10%. I'll say that.
He upgraded from a 5%er to a 10%er. Let's go.
Oh, is it 5% on the? I always thought it was 10% on the contract.
I have no idea what that looks like.
Even if it's 5, I'll take 5%.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's probably going to be a minimum because they didn't announce the actual terms of the deal.
Ooh, so they have.
Do you think Shams asked for a portion of the contract too for the tweet?
hey, can I get some extra cash if I pick up your guy?
Yeah. I'll tweet your name out if you throw me some cash. Thanks.
Oh my god.
Good for the fucking Nuggets that they got Calvin Boots bitch ass out of there.
Yes, I can actually like make actual moves.
Crazy.
It's not just Calvin Booth being like sort by oldest second round draft prospect. Now draft.
Doug, that video that came out from the Suns draft room last year when they were negotiating with the Nuggets for like picks or whatever it was. I remember they were like Booth just like offered us like another pick, and the Suns were just like surprised. They were like, "What? Why did you do that?" And then they were like, "Okay, I guess we'll take that deal." I was just like watching that video. I was like, "What
this
the
is
hell?"
This is from Begley.
Oh, boy.
Knicks are at the top of Jordan Clarkson's list once he clears waivers. League source says Knicks
No.
currently see Clarkson as a priority signing. As Steve Popper said, New York has a $5 million taxpayer exception and veterans minimum exceptions available to offer Clarkson. Agreed to a buyout with the Utah Jazz ahead of free agency.
Yes, it'll be Clarkson.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Clarkson.
Okay, so we know that's one signing the Knicks will do.
Kevon Looney going to the fucking Pelicans.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
There's another team besides the Warriors that want Kevon Looney.
Oh, this is fucking wild. 2 years, $16 million for Kevon
Joe
Looney.
Dumars, everybody.
16 million for him?
Joe Dumars.
Yo,
that guy
Shout
is
out to
killing
Kevon
it.
Looney.
Yo,
He is speed running worst exec in the league by far.
Hell yeah, man.
I gotta.
He's getting people paid.
Yo, hold on. I gotta send you this fucking thumbnail of this video that I saw on YouTube yesterday of Joe. It's like on the Pelicans. Mikey actually sent it to me. It's fucking hilarious. It's like the video says it's like the thumbnail is a picture of Zion and Joe Dumars, and it's like no way and then the caption for the title of the video is "The Pelicans," and then all caps, "Master plan is being executed." I think I need to. It's a 9-minute and 32-second video. I think I need to
watch it.
Yeah, I need to
Drop
it. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. You know, Kevon Looney is still under 30 years old.
What?
He's like 29, right?
Yeah.
Joe Dumars somehow finessing his way into another GM job is hilarious, dude. I'm sorry.
Good for Joe Dumars, man. Listen, people need money. People need job security. They need money these days. Like I don't hate it. I just can't believe the Warriors are going to let Kevon Looney go like that.
D'Lo has a player option. That's from...
Oh my god.
D'Lo as a player option? Wow.
What a league we talk about. What a league. This
crazy.
League.
I just tweeted out the picture, by the way, if you want to see it. It's so good. Like I can't even do it. I couldn't describe it. It's just so fucking good.
And this guy gave up their pick for next year? Yep. Yo, he is on fentanyl.
It's because fucking Troy Weaver's in his fucking front office.
Dog, Joe Dumars Troy Weaver collab is crazy.
We actually might need to hit them up for Herb Jones. I think they'll give us Herb Jones, and they give us a
for
pick.
free.
Are you trading Josh Hart for Herb Jones?
Yes. Just kidding. I'm not Omar. I'm trading Josh Hart for Herb Jones in a first because we're gonna get a fucking first out of it.
Yeah, it'll be unprotected. Why not?
Exactly. They're gonna give us their unprotected 2031 pick for Josh Hart.
Ben Simmons is looking for a deal above the veteran minimum per.
Blood clot.
I'm looking.
Good for him.
I'm looking for $10,000 to win tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking for a lot of things.
I'm looking for $10,000 to win tonight.
You know what we need? Yeah. We need the Bucks to buy out Chris Middleton. That's what we need.
The Wizards?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
We need a Marcus Smart buyout and a Chris Middleton buyout, and both of them sign with the Knicks.
Just getting all the unks. The Knicks are gonna be the unction team.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be 26 and up, baby. We out here. We're fucking young people's meeting at church. Just 26 and up. Whole rotation is gonna be nothing but a bunch of 26 to 32-year-old dudes. It's gonna be blackpeoplemeet.com.
I'm happy you said it, not me.
You were thinking it? You were like, oh yeah, nothing more that I love than blackpeoplemeet.com. All right, bro. Hey, no shame in your game, dog.
Yeah, don't worry. We have Shadi.com.
Next is Christian Mingle for you.
Yeah. No, it's just Shadi.com. There's Barath Matrimony. Barath Matrimony is another one.
Ian Begley, did we talk about this? No, wait, no.
Is that real?
No.
No, it's not.
No.
This is just real D-Edge trying to rile us up, I bet.
It's a fake account. Please check the @ because that's what I did. I looked at it very briefly, and then I looked at the @ and I was like, "That's not Ian."
Who's making fake Ian Begley accounts?
First of all, Ian Begley himself a fake account.
Like, what are you doing? If you happen to be watching the stream and you're the fake Ian Begley account creator, like, find a new hobby, man. Find a new hobby.
Dude,
someone is very bored.
Like,
Shams
what
can't
are we
be
doing?
for real, bro. He cannot be for real. He quoted the fucking Kevon Looney.
End of an era in golden.
End of an era.
Can you please get for real?
I think they're getting Horford. That's what that means to me.
Possibly.
We need to bring Woj back.
They're getting Horford, and I wonder what they get for Kuminga in the sign-in trade.
They're gonna get
a ham sandwich.
A first.
Yeah, they're gonna get Tyler Hero.
No, they're gonna get like they'll get Kobe White from the Warriors.
Kobe White and Al Horford as a return for them is not too shabby.
That would actually be like really good.
That'd be pretty good.
That would not be too shabby for them at all.
It also works out with the base year compensation.
Also, Chicago Bulls reuniting G League Ignite.
That's so gross, bro. Only the fucking Bulls Bulls would do some shit like that.
They just need Jalen Green and a couple other guys.
Oh,
and
They'll probably end up getting Jalen Green somehow.
They probably will somehow. The Bulls becoming G League Ignite reincarnated.
Dink Fate? Well,
Dink Fate. They could have Dink
I'm
Fate.
excited. I'm excited for him. I think he's promising. I crunched all the tape.
Good summer league player. I don't know about anything beyond that.
Our summer league's gonna be fire. We won't shoot well, but we're gonna have some athletes up in there.
We're gonna have some aura and hype moments. I'll tell you that.
that first James Najee putback might actually get me out of my seat.
The Dink Fate baseline cut to a dunk.
Oh man,
because Tyler Cole's gonna have 0-4 from the field.
20 assists.
20 assists.
2 points, 1 rebound.
He's gonna break a summer league assist record.
He really is.
This is from John Gambadoro. He's like the Suns. The Suns. He said after the signing of Colin Gillespie, I doubt the Phoenix Suns would want Chris Paul too. I would expect the signing of a long athletic wing more likely.
So Chris Paul to the Clippers.
Okay, Chris Paul's going.
Basically.
What? There is optimism in the Warriors camp that Jonathan Kuminga will re-sign per Mark J. Spears.
What?
Are they drunk? Did they not see how he talked about the team all year?
They have a fetish.
They're making him do a humiliation ritual. How much do you want this money, bro?
Yeah.
You know that one video of that guy holding the bottle and moving it back and forth, and that one guy's just there with his tongue out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they're like. How much do you want? $30 million.
That is sick.
What you willing to do for this contract, bro?
Luke Cornett, 4-year, $41 million deal with the Spurs.
Yeah. Spurs.
Unbelievable.
The Celtics are really broken up. Wow.
My Spurs, baby.
440.
Is that now the best? Is Cornette and Wemby now the best front court in the NBA?
Yes.
No.
I knew Tyrese was
Is Wemby going to play basketball next year? Or is he going to go retire and be a fucking monk?
You fucking wish.
Dude, that'd be sick though. If he just retired and became a monk, that'd be pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you're
right. That would have been the funniest outcome of this offseason.
Tyrese needs to fucking just fuck off with this tweet.
My Spurs, baby.
Well, maybe Cornette. Maybe there is some truth to that because Cornette could replace Wemby, and then Wemby's gonna become the head monk out in the mountains.
I need Horford to go somewhere else now. So
Jordan Poole and Kevon Looney reunited.
Oh! Wait, is Jordan Poole on the last year of his contract? Or is he on the second to last year?
2 more years.
I wonder if CJ McCollum gets bought out.
If he's miserable enough in Washington, he will.
I really wonder. I think he should, but I don't. If CJ McCollum got bought out, oh no, never mind. He has another year in his contract. Never mind.
This is the last year of his deal.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He's expiring. That's why the Wizards were.
My fault.
Well, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I have to cook dinner.
Enjoy dinner. What's for dinner?
I have responsibilities. I'm gonna make some kimchi stew.
So, classy, fancy guy.
It'll be tasty. It's actually really easy to make. It's just kimchi.
I'm just saying, with that haircut, you look like Hassan, and it took me 2 hours to realize it, but you actually do look like a Hassan.
Hassan Piker?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah, no, I'll grow this back out, and it'll be super long. We'll get the fresh mullet. It'll be great.
All right, have fun, buddy.
Bye, guys. I'll miss you. I love you all.
See
Hugs
ya.
and kisses.
Peace.
Could the Knicks sign Clarkson and Horford, or just one of them?
They can sign both, depending on if Clarkson takes a minimum or not, which I think he'll probably end up taking.
It's just up to them, right? I mean, if they both took a minimum, then it's fine. If Horford wants a TPMLE, and then it gets. If one of them wants a tax permit level, it gets hard. But yeah, they can definitely get both. That's up to them, though.
Apparently, Horford is going to the Warriors, which would break my heart. But
I mean, it feels like that's.
It's very obvious.
Yeah, I think Horford's going to the Warriors, and Lopez probably ends up going to the Lakers, which is gross.
Who goes to the Lakers? Lopez.
Lopez and Ayton probably.
I mean, that's a good big rotation. Kind of good for them.
I mean, they had Jackson Hayes starting last year, so anything is really a significant upgrade for them.
Jackson Hayes, Jake LaRavia, and Brook Lopez.
Let's see. What else do we have going on? I mean, that was a good swarm of news back to
Swarm.
back.
Swarm of news.
We call anything a swarm now.
I mean, in this climate of the recent last couple free agencies, yeah, that's a swarm of news. Clint Capella, 3-year, $21.5 million deal with the Rockets back to Houston.
Why?
What?
Houston's just loading up on size.
They have
Sengun,
Adams, and they still have Landale, right?
Yeah, they have Landale.
I don't think so.
No, they do.
I think I saw something about Landale. At least like there was.
I mean, his contract's not guaranteed, I think, so they could just waive it if they want. But I don't know.
But why do you need Clint Capella to be your third big? That's so.
Why are you giving him a 3-year fucking contract? He was washed. He is washed. Fred Katz, the Kevin Porter Jr. contract with the Bucks is for the biannual.
They agreed to push back his guaranteed date to July 7th for Jock Landale. So they're probably just
they're trying to find a trade for something.
Either find a trade or just like get rid of him altogether and just
fully guaranteed 3. Wow. Jesus Christ. The Rockets are just kind of
just loading up on size.
But the thing with Capella is he's like 100% a guy that is unplayable in the playoffs.
Yes.
So you gave him $8 million to go be a bench vet? Like that's the Rockets are doing something. Whatever.
What is their guard rotation?
Fred VanVleet, Amen Thompson, Aaron Holiday.
Bro, this Shams tweet is
Reed Shepherd.
Blowing my mind, man. Capella's agents at Wasserman negotiated the free
Yo.
agent. Who the fuck else? Who the fuck else negotiates the contract, Shams? His fucking agent. No shit. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, they negotiated with Houston officials? That's crazy. I thought they were negotiating with fucking Daryl Morey.
Dallas.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck, man? Jesus.
So they're probably gonna like what dump the Whitmore dump is coming soon, possibly. Or do they just waive him? If you can't find anything that you really like?
The Whitmore dump, huh?
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. Whitmore has to be. He's definitely getting traded.
Oh yeah, he's getting traded to who? That's the question.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm the Nuggets, I take a flyer on Whitmore.
If I'm they don't have anything to trade now, right? Or they have a 2032 pick or something?
No, they have seconds.
Yeah, but I don't think Houston will trade him for seconds.
I think Houston will trade him for whatever because he doesn't have a spot. He doesn't have a spot in the rotation.
Would you trade the Washington pick for him?
Yeah, I would.
Well, it's unfortunate because I highly doubt Leon Rose is going to do that.
I know Leon Rose is a bit of a coward.
LeVert, 2 years, $29 million with the Pistons. Let's go.
They've been passing Karis LeVert all around the fucking Central.
Yeah, he was at what? He's set up the Pacers.
The Pacers.
He was at the Cavs.
He was the Cavs.
So he just got Milwaukee and Chicago left.
Yep.
Yeah. And basically he played on the fucking the Hawks, and that's basically the fucking Central. Like
pretty much.
So I mean, but look, and most of these have just been the guard stuff has been chalk so far for the most part.
Yeah. That's so like poor Malik Beasley, man. Actually, no, fuck Malik Beasley. What am I saying?
Beasley, fuck that guy.
They took his fucking money. Karis LeVert got your check, bro.
Dog, I don't think we'll ever get a reaction on here like when we all reacted to Lou Dort getting that contract that he got all those years ago.
There has to be the clip of it somewhere because I have never seen Sam more lost in my life.
Dog, I was baffled. I don't think we'll ever get a free agent reaction like that ever again. Like
and now,
everything is so chalk now.
Nah, Joe Dumars is out here, man.
Yeah, Joe Dumars is cooking. He's cooking up something.
I wonder what team's going to sign Malik Beasley for a minimum contract on the low.
That is going to be funny.
When he gets cleared.
It's got to be a team that's used to signing scumbags.
The Bucks.
I don't. What the fuck are the Kings? Like, are they going to trade DeRozan here? Like, I'm just. I don't get the.
Nope. I think they're just trying to appease to the California base with both DeRozan and Westbrook potentially being signed there. So
nobody wants the California. Like, nobody cares about Sacramento, bro. Like,
they're trying to get people that like DeRozan and Westbrook and love their association to California
like
to
the
come
beam,
to
like
Kings
the beam.
games.
Fucking light the fucking smarts in your front office. Do you have Scott Perry running the fucking show?
Yeah, I mean, this is Scott Perry's dream. This is what he wanted on the Knicks. He wanted DeRozan, he wanted Westbrook, he wanted all these guys that they have. Like, this is Scott Perry's dream being unfolded onto reality.
You're right.
In
you
Sacramento.
Right.
Like, this is what Scott Perry wanted.
Scott Perry is out here.
I mean, to be fair, that like if the Knicks were to do like Dadier and like Kolek for Whitmore and like a second, I'd probably do that. I'm not gonna lie, just going through the money.
Kolek and Dadier for Whitmore and Kolek, Dadier and a second for Whitmore.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Sure, why not? I mean, if you think Dadier is not close, which they might, then I think it's probably worth it.
I mean, I think like a large reason why they took Dadier was because like he was cheap and he would take 80% of his deal. And I think the Celtics did it this year, where like they took somebody in the first round just because he would take 80% of the contract.
No, but he didn't end up doing that. Hugo Gonzalez, right?
Oh, he didn't end up doing it?
No, they said that they tried to, but then he said no. I mean, I think that's definitely. I mean, that's definitely part of it, but I have a hard time believing they would have taken him just for that, because you could draft anybody just for that. They could have just drafted Kolek and been like, "Hey, just take 80% because you're not going to get drafted in the first round, buddy." This is it's too much of a gap right now between signings.
No, it's ridiculous. It's like,
where's the slop?
Have any buyout guys gotten signed yet that we know about?
No, because
no, they got to clear waivers first, and we haven't heard anything about like any agreements with anyone either. I mean, Orlando waived two guys, right? They waived Mo, who's they're going to re-sign, I think, right? That's what they said.
Yeah, he's got the bloodline.
Yeah, they have to keep him because of his brother. And then what you call it? Caleb Houston was waived. DeAndre Ayton got a buyout. Johnny Juzang got waived. Who else got waived? And who else got bought out? I'm trying to think over the last couple of days who got waived and bought out, and see if there's any agreements at least in place.
Yeah, I know. Cam Whitmore, I don't know. I can see the Lakers going for Cam Whitmore.
That seems like their type of play.
I would definitely be like, hey, I want to give me that 2031 pick. Otherwise, fuck off. Like, they don't have anything else I would want. You want fucking Dalton Connect, bro?
Nuggets, I like their moves today.
Yeah, they got better. I mean, they still have potentially some flexibility here to make moves.
Yeah. They're definitely going to be back in the contention window, which didn't seem very plausible with how things looked like literally a couple days ago. But that's the joy of, having a competent front office, I guess, again. And not Calvin Booth who's giving up second-round picks for the fucking fun of it. And saying, you know what? Christian Brown can replicate what KCP and Bruce Brown gave us in our championship year.
We'll make them up in the aggregate.
Yeah, Julian Strother, he'll definitely, be a contributor for us.
Oh, so the Nuggets have a $18 million trade exception from that trade. They're $9 million under the tax, depending on what the hell this Bruce Brown deal is, and they can use most of the non-taxpayer mid-level. They still have a lot of they still have some avenues.
A lot of flexibility. They can fill out
the
roster.
trade exception is interesting because if they are willing to go up to the second apron, then they could get like a pretty solid piece here for $18 million.
Nikhil Alexander Walker?
Nah, he's gonna make more.
I just can't imagine the Wolves willfully being like, yeah, we'll trade you to our division rival. Sure, no problem.
We've seen stupider things happen
It's true.
in this league.
It's true.
This league is where stupid happens, not where amazing happens, where stupidity happens. Shout out to all the stupid teams on draft night, by the way. Like
I think Mikhail, I think Walker will end up with
the Hawks. Yeah, that seems like most likely what's going to happen. Where the fuck are the home runs today? Oh my god.
This fucking guy.
Okay, dude. Wrong sport.
Sorry. We're in a lull period. I gotta, check on what's going on in other parts of the world right now. Yo, Clint Capella has such awful touch, by the way, for a big man.
Didn't he miss a layup against us like last year or something? That was
Yes, there is a clip on Twitter right now from someone at Superior NBA who said "So long, Sailor," and one of the first clips in it is Trey getting him a wide open, basically dunk / layup, and he rims it out. He is so bad at the rim. Like, it's a compilation of him at the. I'm gonna have to retweet this because I hate Clint Capella. He sucks.
Whitmore's deal is $3.5 million. Landale's is 3.3. Work straight up for Capella at that number in a sign and trade. So they could the Hawks could be signing and trading Capella, maybe with something for Whitmore, potentially.
Interesting.
Could be.
Yeah, these kind of things always get expanded into other deals sometimes. So. Cobes slays 5173. Yeah, when is the McHale extension coming? Hopefully never.
I have a feeling they're not extending him until they hire a coach.
And they see what the coach does with him?
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
All right.
That's wild. Mike Brown's in the fucking office. So, Mikhail, what you willing to do for that $40 million?
What are you comfortable with?
I got a different kind of pull up for you.
All right. Nuggets bench is still really bad, although I don't remember what they did in the draft.
Did they even have a pick in the draft?
Nuggets?
It doesn't feel like they had a pick in the draft. Let me look at the Nuggets roster.
Don't think so. I'll check Tank about.
Denver Nuggets jeans.
So Yossi Goslin, he straight up said this. The Rockets don't have enough remaining in the mid-level to sign Clint Capella to these terms. It looks like a sign and trade is coming either with this deal or for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Interesting.
Okay. Interesting.
I feel like the Atlanta one is more likely since they're not in the conference. I can't imagine the Rockets wanting to help the Lakers get anything.
Shout out to Yossi.
In terms of big man depth for the Nuggets, they do have Dayron Holmes, who missed all of this year, who they picked in the draft last year. Who was their first round pick last year? But I don't think they did anything in the draft. Yeah, so that's like the one guy, I guess, that they'll add to the rotation that they were expecting something from, at least maybe this year as a rookie contributor, maybe not. Probably not, because Mike Malone doesn't play rookies. So
Mike Malone, king.
Well, he was a king. I don't know.
That Kev boy says, Leon, do your big one and bring me Boucher and the TPMLE.
Theo Pinson, Braun leaving LA. I don't know why Theo Pinson would know this news, but sure.
He might.
Who's giving Theo Pinson sources, bro?
This has been the most ass free agency of all time. Not one of these moves is going to do anything. Maybe the Cam Johnson trade, but I don't know.
Now, if Bron does leave LA and he comes to New York, LeBron and Jordan Clarkson, boy, I'm popping champagne. I'll pop champagne for Jordan Clarkson. LeBron might have me popping multiple bottles.
I don't know what people are expecting about free agency these last couple of years. Like,
are the Rockets gonna like trade for Giannis or something?
free agency is so dead because of the way contracts are like structured and shit, and the way cap is structured and shit.
True. What sucks right now?
Shout out to the Pistons getting Karis LeVert so that way they cannot be serious next year.
Bro, I cannot believe this fucking Kuminga thing. Why the fuck are you re-signing him, man? It's been 4 years. Your fucking coach hates this guy. Never plays him. Now you're gonna fucking play. Like, what is the point of this? And why the fuck does he want to be back there?
I told you, man.
He must be a masochist.
Yeah, look, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of pain in your life, but it's Kuminga. Like, if you gave me $30 million, I would come back to an employer that hated me too.
All right.
Hopefully, Clarkson is taking the minimum. That'd be nice.
I would hope so.
When are we getting the Josh Giddey extension announcement?
Oh God.
That's a real one. This one I wait
That's
for.
so gross. I'm sorry, that'd be so gross. Giving that man $30 million to play NBA basketball. What happened to the league that I used to love?
That Kev Boy says Mikal is definitely going to be Brown's Keegan on our team.
If that means chucking up a lot of threes and hitting them at a high percentage, I would hope so.
Adabombo Adejobi says Leon fucked us. We're actually running it back in the biggest season of our lives. Josh Hart is still a starter. Leon out, bro. I don't buy that. I don't buy that. I don't buy that.
That was.
I don't buy that Josh Hart is starting. I think you have a better chance of Mitch starting than Josh Hart.
I think that was a big contention point of why Thibs, or leading to why Thibs is not here with us anymore.
Damn, he didn't die.
I didn't mean to word it like that.
Rest in peace.
Oh man, yo, what the fuck? Can we get some news? God damn. It's like the one day we're supposed to get like an endless stream of news, just like running out like a faucet and like nothing.
Kevin Porter Jr., man.
You don't like Jake LaRavia news?
No.
Popper says the timing for clearing waivers is 48 hours.
Yeah, so we're not hearing anything about the Knicks maybe until Wednesday.
I mean,
unless we sign like a minimum, dude.
Yeah, that'd probably be about it.
Yep. Leon Rose took free agency away from me.
Fucking Adam Silver took free agency, and CJ McCollum took away free agency from me.
CJ McCollum took away my joy. Leon Rose just took away free agency.
This is from Chicago beat writer, I think. He says, feels like Ayo Dosunmu is most likely to get traded if Trey Jones is a priority signing for the Bulls. I get why people think it's Kobe, but Trey isn't being re-signed to take over a starting scoring guard role.
Brook Lopez, 2 years, $18 million deal with the Los Angeles Clippers.
Oh!
Swerve!
Interesting.
Pivot!
The Lakers probably didn't have the money, though, after the LaRavia thing.
Yeah, so they're probably just going to go for Ayton.
So also, they're just going to go Ayton, Jackson Hayes, and...
Ayton, Jackson Hayes, and...
Yep.
This is how you're convincing LeBron to stay?
He's out, bro.
I think he's out.
I've been saying this for like a fucking month, man. LeBron is like he has main character syndrome.
Yes,
This
he
guy has
does.
been radio
Dog,
silent.
he
Radio
ran
silent.
a ad during the NBA Finals saying, "Hey LeBron, what's next?" And it's a fucking Amazon ad of anything,
But
whatever.
He doesn't like every fucking time he's not in the playoffs or not in the finals or whatever. Just he'll go on fucking IG and do that weird like thing where he's in the fucking gym and listening to fucking shit. He's always doing something to insert himself into the conversation. Nothing. Absolutely nothing this year. He did his bullshit ass podcast with Steve Nash or whatever, where he's like, championships are actually a team achievement, man. And like that's it. That's all we got. It's been so obvious to me that shit it's over there. It's so over there. He is not playing a second. And for the people that are like, I've heard people be like, oh, what if he plays it out and they do something at the deadline? LeBron James is not playing a second for the Lakers this year. Because he is not going to get this is not a player that gets traded at the deadline.
No,
LeBron James is like
he doesn't do deadline shit.
If he's on the roster opening day, he is there for the rest of the year. He is not getting traded in season.
He has no trade clause.
Yeah, he has a de facto no trade clause. I guarantee you that motherfucker is not like if they're like, hey, we just like,
is he getting bought out? Is LeBron getting bought out to become the craziest offseason ever?
In January, you think in January if Pelinka's like, hey, we have a trade for you, he's gonna be like, fuck you, dude. I'm not moving anywhere in season. Like that's your problem.
Like, suck it.
I really do think he's getting bought out.
I think he's gonna get bought out. Why not?
LeBron,
why not?
Bought out.
Penny Mirror asks, if you had to put your money down, where is LeBron going?
I think he's coming here.
My theory on why LeBron would come to the Knicks is very, very simple. This motherfucker's entire his entire being and
has
his
been
ego,
edging the Knicks.
But his ego is consumed with one fucking thing, which is like to make some unassailable case for himself as the greatest player of all time.
He is literally already the greatest player of all time.
No, he's not. That's fine. We're not going to get into that argument right now. I'm not going to argue with somebody who's 5 fucking years old.
I don't fucking argue with people with gray hairs in their beard.
Yep, because you didn't watch the basketball. I did. Good point.
Yeah, I know you watched the basketball in black and white.
Yep, and I watched this basketball too, which you tell me all the time is the most amazing shit ever. And then I have to watch a team that shot 5% from the field to win the championship. Go fuck yourself.
Oh,
anyway, the point is,
90s,
moving on.
96, 87.
Iris, shut the fuck up. How about that? Okay, moving on. That's his entire thing. He wants to be the GOAT. If he wins another championship in Cleveland, he's already won a championship in Cleveland. They're already the betting favorite. They're the betting favorite to come out of the East. He's not going to go to Milwaukee. They're done. Him and Giannis, that would be fun. They're not going to win shit. He's not going to go to Orlando. This guy's going to go to Orlando. He's not going to go to any other fucking team. Wait, he's not going to go to the Clippers? He's not going to go to the Clippers. He's like the only other team.
He is a big city guy.
The only other team I could possibly fucking see, the only other one would be Golden State. But I don't think that's going to happen because they got Butler. They have Steph still. I think it's there's no narrative for him there. If he goes to the Knicks, the narrative is there. Oh, the Knicks haven't won in fucking 52 fucking years. They don't have any other guy that he goes there. The narrative is so fucking perfect for him. And the team is fucking loaded. The team is loaded. The one fucking thing they need, other than we can nitpick on different stuff. They need another guy. They need another guy that can create. LeBron is the best one. He wins a championship in New York. He has 5 in his career. He wins in 4 different cities. He wins in the 2 biggest cities in America, the 2 biggest franchises in the league. And yeah, he's going to have a fucking great, phenomenal case that's going to be very, very hard for anybody to argue with. So that is my theory on why, if he gets bought out, he'll want to go to the Knicks.
See, I also have a theory. My theory is he fucking hates Stephen A. so much that he's
and that's part of it too. Yes,
yeah, he's gonna fucking he would absolutely stick it to Stephen A. Not to mention him and his son in New York for a farewell tour. My lord,
that's a documentary right there.
We can keep Deuce. We can keep Bronny. We can keep Bronny over in LA.
No, Bronny comes or we don't fucking.
Who's their? What's their G League team? What's the city they play?
South Bay.
South Bay.
Yeah, South Bay. Bronny.
Have you thought about Tyler Kolek and Bronny James in Westchester, along with James Naji and Pacome Dadier? I think there's juice. But yeah, like I legitimately think. Not to mention, he fucking knows our management. Leon Rose.
Didn't like they have to like? Didn't they have like some like coming together peace treaty or whatever it was? Some dinner.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, last year. Clarkson is
Oh,
also a
man.
clutch. Clarkson is also clutch. So like,
Tea leaves.
where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Not to mention, like they basically said, like there's no trade interest in LeBron, and there wouldn't
Which
be because
possibly
that is-
came out of his camp.
That's 100% from LeBron's camp. Why the fuck would the Lakers leak that? Oh, there's no trade interest in LeBron. How does that benefit them in any way? How does it benefit them to leak out that there's been no conversation about a contract extension? Like there's like none of
Everything is coming out from Rich Paul. It's very calculated.
and it's
always
fucking
been very
it's
calculated.
Windhorse. It's like Windhorse that's coming out with all this shit. Oh, I wonder where he heard it from, man.
not to mention the fact that LeBron legitimately actually he hates Windhorse, but then like when he gives Windhorse all the slop, and it's like
He's like, here, you fat pig. Here's the slop.
Windhorse has a fetish.
He definitely has a humiliation fetish.
Somebody said, Jaren Jackson's changing his number to 8. Somebody said that's the number of total rebounds he's shooting for.
Hey, that would be an improvement. That would be an improvement for him. What do you guys think Quentin Grimes gets?
I think he's gonna get like 3 years, 54.
He wants 25 mil a year.
I want Rihanna.
Sam Amick says the Bruce Brown reunion is a minimum deal, by the way.
Okay,
The good Amick. The good Sam.
No, fuck Sam, because he wrote that fucking hit piece on the Knicks coaching search like 2 weeks ago for whatever reason.
Wasn't that? No, that wasn't.
No, that was not
he always has Knicks pieces. He had one like he's just that's his thing. It's fine. Just use him for what he's worth. News. That's it.
Use him for what he's worth is crazy.
Bill Simmons says the Rockets have 3 starting centers and the Celtics have Neemias Queta. Might start drinking.
He should start drinking.
He should start drinking. Shouts to Bill.
For a full year, by the way. Just keep drinking for that 65 days, buddy. We'll see you back here in a year's time.
Man, the Celtics season's going to be grim if they're actually going to play Anthony Simons and Georges Niang. With that
Bobby Marks says, first apron gets triggered in the Brook Lopez signing, projected $8 million below right now.
All right.
It's good for the Clippers, I guess.
I mean, the Clippers actually have a backup center now, which is good. Because they were playing Batum at backup center. Because
no, definitely it's good for them. And they're also, aren't they getting Batum back too?
Yeah, they
that was announced way earlier today. Gotta love when when a bunch of free agency news comes before free agency, so that way now it's nothing.
Yeah, the worst part about all this is just
Shams was leaking out all these re-signings earlier today. It's dude, first of all, these are not priority. This is not what you leak out first, man.
Celtics starting center Xavier Tillman.
It's gonna be dark.
Hell yeah, dude. Good.
How many? What centers what are left on the market?
Ayton.
Okay, but actually,
he's going to the Lakers.
I'm trying to think. Jericho Sims.
Okay. All right.
Hey, respect Jericho.
No. I don't need to anymore.
Look, Sims FC.
Sims FC.
I can't even say that with a straight face. I'm sorry.
Nope.
My fault.
Who's picking up Lonnie Walker?
Panathinaikos again.
League needs an expansion for real.
Dude, there are no centers on the market.
Yeah, no, it's dried up that quickly.
Unless you want DeAndre Jordan or Tristan Thompson or Thomas Bryant.
Horford is basically. They should just overpay Horford to stay. Stay for one more year, big bro.
Come on, man. You really want to go to Golden State, bro? They got no Dominicans there.
So available, Miles Turner. He's not going to go there. They can't even get him. Wagner. This gets real fucking dark real quick.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's
they might end. They're probably gonna end up
Horford.
trading.
Horford, obviously, but then it gets to Tristan Thompson, Taj Gibson, DeAndre Jordan, Mason Plumlee, Thomas Bryant, Tristan Vukcevic, Jackson Hayes, Luka Garza, Charles Bassey, Sandro Mamu Kalashvili,
Hey,
The dude that hung like what, almost 40 on us this
Yeah.
year? Like, bro, that
Jericho
game pissed me
Sims.
off.
hey,
Sims,
you know, at
Alex-
least you didn't pay for front row tickets to watch that game.
Jericho Sims, Alex
I would have
Len,
walked out like halfway through that game, honestly.
I was too
Biombo,
drunk.
Biombo, Brandon Carlson, Mika
Be
Parker,
humble.
and Christian Koloko.
Yo, what the
So.
fuck is going on with the home runs today, bro?
Am I Chris Bird 6216 asks, "Am I crazy for not buying the Magic hype? Team
No.
in second round exit at no PG in that. Yeah, no, I
You're not crazy at all for not buying it.
I think they're definitely better. Do I think that they're about to win a championship? No, I don't. I also thought it was insane when they drafted Jace Richardson. People were like, "Oh my god, I'm like, you can love Jace Richardson. You're on crack if you think that that's like a pick that moves the needle in terms of contention in year one." And I know nothing about Jace Richardson other than that he went to MSU, so clearly he's a terrible human being.
Wow. He looks very small, by the way, Jace Richardson.
He is very small.
It's like what, 5'10", 5'11"? Also, the number one player being traded on, I don't know what website this is, but Trade Machine and Cap Manager, number one player trending being traded is LeBron James.
He's not getting traded.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's gonna get traded. That's too big of a contract.
If Wendy said he's not getting traded, he's not getting traded, bro.
No, yeah, no.
He kind of fucked them too. He has all the leverage by opting in. Like once he didn't sign a 1+1, I knew that shit was over, bro. It's over.
Can we get some more news? Jesus.
This might be the lull.
Whoa.
Or
Did the
Tyrese.
government just like snipe Tyrese?
No, he's back.
My fingers are washed, bro. My bad.
I was like, did the government just snipe you? Like,
No.
off the internet?
No, I hit back on my mouse by accident.
Oh my god.
What were you gonna say?
I was saying all the news is gonna happen after we're done.
Yes, that's what happened. Like, it
The
happens
last
every
2
year.
years. The last 2 years it happened.
It's like as soon as we got off, here's a stream of news. Oh, like this player you had no idea was gonna get traded. This superstar. Wow, they just got traded as soon as we hop off the live stream.
Ja Morant traded to the fucking Heat or some shit. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, bro.
For all their picks. No, we need the Duncan Robinson to the Pistons signing, man. That's the one.
Yeah, so I can like really put the nail in the coffin for the Pistons this year.
I wonder what the Raptors are gonna do. Oh wait, nothing.
Yeah, Jazz. Good shit.
This is ridiculous. Jazz hit a home run.
Yeah, I have him in a parlay.
Fuck him.
Aw. So mad. You're so mad for no reason.
I'm always mad, bro. I'm a Mets fan.
Yeah, but it's fine. Steve Cohen got you.
All right, if O'Neal Cruz can hit one, then what are you talking?
Why do you have
Bro.
O'Neal Cruz on a parlay, bro?
Because he's been hitting home runs and he cashed
But he
me out
also-
yesterday.
But he also hits like fucking 200.
Yeah, but he hits
But-
home runs.
He hits home runs. That's the
You
point.
know, you got it.
And he cashed me out yesterday, so why not?
Well, that's probably a reason not to take him.
Some guys, you just take them if they've been hitting well for the last couple of days or so.
What was I going to say? Do we think that? I wonder if I was a GM, I might be more annoyed than anything because I suspect that free agency will end, and then I think there's going to be an extended month of trade talk shit that goes on.
Yes, that's usually what happens.
No, but before it was like you just did everything in the first fucking 2 weeks or whatever, and then everybody pieced out for the summer. I just don't think that's gonna happen anymore.
Nope,
'Cause
sadly.
You know that like they're like the Raptors are sitting there like, all right, bro. You gotta
Luka
get rid of our-"
Garza, 2-year, 5.5, fully guaranteed deal with the Boston Celtics.
Oh,
Okay.
It's getting dark over there in Boston.
Mark Bartle's fine. Mark
Bartle's
Bartle's fine.
fine.
Let's go. My boy.
And enjoy that Aryan race. That's all they got. It's just nothing but
That's all they want.
Anthony Simons, Georges Niang,
Nah, it's gonna be really dark for them this year. Like
Jaylen Brown, first option hoops.
Yeah, so Horford's definitely gone. That's like there's no doubt about that.
bro, are you serious? These damn cords, bro.
I can't believe we got a breaking news for that. Luka Garza hype, man. That's wild. The other thing too is we're not gonna. There's probably teams that are working on so many fucking trades and like expanding trades. Who knows? Yep, here we go. Jake Fisher, Atlanta, and Minnesota are in active conversations on a signed trade for Nickeil Alexander-Walker, sources say.
They'll get back like a first, and that's kind of it.
Will they get a first?
I think you could probably get a first back from Atlanta. Not a good first, but like a whack one.
What first do they have though? They're out 26 is a swap. 27 is their first is unprotected. So
they have. Well, I don't think they'll do the Pelicans.
No,
the Pelicans fucking.
They could do the worst of their pick or the Pelicans pick.
Yeah, I think so. The worst of Pelicans, Jazz, Pelicans, Bucks, and Hawks. I think that's fine.
Well, they could only do whatever. Yeah, I guess they could. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, those swaps are so confusing at this point. I would still rather try to. I mean, I think you could probably get like a lottery protected pick in 2030 or something, 2029 or something. I kind of want to call this because I don't think anything is seriously happening right now. But
yeah, if anything like dramatic, seismic happens.
Yeah, if anything big happens, we can jump back on. But I think this is fine. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. We will try to do something when something else happens, but for right now, nothing is happening, and the Knicks might not do anything for a couple of days. Probably as soon as we lock this up, though, something big will happen. So there's that.
That's how it happens.
Yep.
All right. Thank you to everybody that joined the stream. We will be on when we'll be on, and we'll see you soon. Peace.